Hello everyone, welcome to round 17 of Silver, and it's Monday night, and we've got some ALR action for you. Once again then, we are on our second race out of 3 this week. Of course, ALR is now a 3-tier league, goodness me. And we only just started just over a year ago, my goodness me, oh, humble beginnings, isn't it? As you can see, we're in Abu Dhabi, and I've got to say, we had an incredible race yesterday, didn't we? My goodness me, there was action all over the show, wasn't there? There was some incredible crashes as well, my goodness me. Some velocity out there. Hopefully won't be too many crashes and smashes and bumps and bruises tonight. But personally, I quite like that kind of thing. So so that's why I'm not a very good admin. You see, guys, I quite like the crashes. None of the other admins do. But luckily for me, I don't have to judge it or do anything like that. So yeah. Anyway, let's quickly go through the drivers and the constructors, shall we? Glock winning the drivers' championship after an absolutely fantastic and incredible season. Round 15. He won it on in Spain, albeit I missed it, unless you watched the highlights video where I edited it absolutely fantastically well. But so Glock there is won the championship. He's 161 points in front of Droffa, who is second at the moment. And then we've got Alhan in third position. Remember, the top 3 do get promoted to Sunday night racing, which of course is the Gold League, isn't it? And so there's still all to play for, isn't it? So there's still two spots there to gold there on Sunday as well. Excuse me, I've had too much Monster and I'm I'm a bit gassy, you know. YBR in 4th position, Double Zero is in 5th position as well. They had an incredible, we'll review Austria in just a minute, but that was an absolutely incredible race, wasn't it? Austria, I loved it as well. I've got to say, I was absolutely drenched after that race, so hopefully I ain't going to be the same here tonight, but I probably will be. Sirius Mushroom in 6th position, Paulie Orange moving up for 3 positions after that fantastic drive in Austria. And also Ghost Recon moving up 1 position as well. Down 2 positions is FIFA, and also Kingzone is down as well. But shout out to Kingzone, he's been in every single race there since the get-go in Silver, so he's the most experienced driver in Silver. So fantastic stuff from Kingzone. Hats off to him. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant attendance there, isn't it? Razor moving up a position, and Ryan Matey dropping down 1 position as well. In the constructors then, there's only 1 movement in the constructors. Williams has moved up into 7th position, whilst Renault has dropped down into 8th then. Apart from that, Red Bull is still leading by 196 points. I don't think they can clinch the constructors here today. I will get me calculator out in just a few minutes. We got Haas in 2nd position, Toro Rosso 3rd, Racing Point is in 4th position, McLaren 5th, Mercedes in 6th position, Williams and Renault 7th and 8th position, Alfa Romeo in 9th, and Ferrari completes the top 10 then. And we are just looking at the other Mercedes actually of Jake Wilson, who is on track at the moment on the soft. Oh my goodness me, he almost went straight on there. Of course, Hulkenberg was hanging like a cow there, wasn't he, back in 2018? But I don't think we're going to have no such problems here tonight, are we? Well, I hope not, but it's very unusual we see a Formula car flipped over on this game. But anything can happen in ALR, and it usually does that as well. As Jake Wilson just tested his DRS there. It's flapping open and shut there, isn't it? A bit like my window, really, wasn't it? It was a very breezy last night, wasn't it? Goodness me, I almost got blown out the window. So let's take a look at the comments then, shall we? Emerson then, hello Emerson, hope you're well tonight, Emerson. As he's had a problem with his TV today, and I have helped her with my technical expertise by asking him as he turned it off and back on. Unfortunately that didn't work. We've also got Glock saying good evening Glock, hope you're well on this fine sunny Monday afternoon as well. Glock, as I keep saying, a fantastic driver, isn't he? We can listen to his stats again over and over again. He's been brilliant on the season. We've got Zenadine Zo, I think that name is. Come on, Dan there. We've also got Sim Racer. Good evening, all watching closely tonight. Sim Racer also say, come on, beefy boy. And we've also got Glock there with a couple of cows in the chat as well. I'm loving the emojis there. I would throw away one in myself, but I am professional as always. As if anyone's seen my amazing little image I sent in as well, that is as professional as I get then. As Wilson coming down the back straight. There's 2 long back straights on this track. And that is where the 2 DRS zone lives then, and this is one of them. So you see, curiously, look at that there on the left hand side, we lose a lane down there, don't we? So you've got to be very much on the bubble there, otherwise you'll be off the track there, and that would really hurt your speed and acceleration, won't it? And now we're coming down the 2nd DRS straight as well, of course, over to support Grit Hatchins as well then. And I think an interesting fact, I'm sure that's where the DHL advert was recorded way back back when as well. So if anyone was interested in that, which I highly doubt anyone was, but yeah, that's my claim to fame as well. Here comes Jake Wilson, and he is now coming into the technical part of this Abu Dhabi race. This track is very distinctive. It's got 3 very distinctive sectors there. Sector 1 is very fast, very curvy, isn't it? I love a good curve. And then the second sector is all about grunt, about the power, about the speed of the cars. And then the third one is all kind of point and squirt, where it is very technical as well. Here comes Wilson coming through the final turn as well. He is squirted away. Let's see what he can do there as he comes over the line. And he is faster so far on the 662 there. Good stuff indeed. We got Toro Rosso, who is just nipping into the pits as well. We've also got Kingdom out on track. I think was that 00? No, sorry, I've lost my bearings. Here comes YBR then. YBR coming up to the line as well there, as YBR is fast as well there. Of course, we can't speak highly of this, can't speak highly enough of this hero there. Of course, a key worker in this very difficult time then. So good stuff from YBR there. Fantastic. And he's still in 4th position as well then. So he's not only a good racer, he's also been doing some fantastic service, hasn't he, for the country. So brilliant stuff there from YBR. Hats off to him as well. Paulie Orange, the winner last time out, was absolutely spectacular, wasn't he? Kingzone was going 4 fastest at the moment. Good stuff there from Kingzone. He's having a bit of a difficult run as of late, isn't he? Yellow flag is fluttering down the back. Don't worry about that. Here comes Just B then in the Red Bull, like he was last week as well. And hopefully he'll get further than turn 1. Into the pits he comes in, so he's not too impressed with that time. So he's in the pits then. Here comes Flea, also in the pits as well. Then I'm not sure. I think it might just be a trend there. Here comes FIFA B. He's about to start his lap as well. We've also got 00, who's also starting his lap there as VTOD has retired. VTOD is retired from the session. Goodness me, where's he gone? He's gone straight on. Oh no, that's not good at all then. And that VTOD then, he's gone straight on. And how has that happened? That is, my goodness me then. Has he had a problem with his steering wheel? That is really weird. That is, unless he was looking down or something. VTOD is out of qualifying. Goodness me then. I know that is not good at all. VTOD, he's my version of Jarno Trulli. He's a fantastic qualifier in the races. He just doesn't seem to get the rub of the green, does he? And here today, well, qualifying's gone to pull him, hasn't it, for VTOD? What a shame now for VTOD. He is out of qualifying, and of course also out of qualifying is Serious Mushroom as well. Serious Mushroom has got a quality ban there for being a naughty boy. So unfortunately for Serious Mushroom then unfortunately for Serious Mushroom, we'll probably start 16th then. Jake Wilson's retired from the session as well. Oh no! What is going on here in qualifying? He is retired on the 21st corner. We're on board with Iceman. Yellow flags is fluttering. He's gone to the pit wall. He's gone into the pit wall. What a shame there for Wilson. And Wilson is also out of qualifying. Oh goodness me then. What an incredible start to this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix event. And we have lost VTOD down the back straight. We've also lost Wilson, who is crashed coming into the pits. We're on board with Paulie Orange. Remember, Jonathan almost did the same thing, didn't he, last night in the race? And unfortunately then Jake Wilson is out of qualifying. That is a huge shock there, isn't it? We've lost 2 drivers already in the session. We might have this might be more of a practice session just like last night then. Of course, not many people are liking the Abu Dhabi event, are they? As they're not really keen to turn up to it, are they? Flea is just about to start us up in the Ferrari. We're watching Smithy D as he is now coming out of the final couple of corners as well. Here comes Smithy D in the Renault. He comes over the grid hatching as well, and he goes 8 fast mode on a 36.7. The yellow flag is fluttering there as Droff is behind Droffer, so Droffer is on his way. We got Ferrari, I think. We got Ferrari. Oh goodness me! And I'm not sure what's going on there. Don't worry, I think I was just seeing things again. So Droffer, who is second in the championship, he's had a fantastic season. He really has, excuse me again, as I was just getting all my air into the lungs, and I'm going to need them tonight, ain't I? Just under 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes ago in this qualifying session, we have lost Serious Mushroom qualifying ban. We've lost Jake and we've lost VTOD. Jake has gone into the barrier and emulated one of my favourite drivers of all time, David Coulthard. He crashed coming into the barriers in Australia. Luckily for Jake, though, this is only qualifying, but that is an incredible shock to have, isn't it? And also, of course, VTOD had crashed on the back straight, which is a very unusual place to crash there, isn't it? Unless he had some kind of mechanical failure, whether his steering wheel disconnected, just like Matt's did last night. And he had a big old mighty shunt, didn't he, in turn 20, which brought out the first safety car. So I'm wondering if that might have happened to VTOL as well. Because of that, then, this qualifying, you just need to get a time on the board, and you should be through into qualifying too. We have 9 minutes to go in this session. There's that Joffa there, getting a bit of getting a bit excited there. He is third fastest Joffa, as he's been incredible, hasn't he? He's been a machine this season. He's just been very solid. Here comes Razor, car 84 then, coming out of the final corner. Then you can see it dips down slightly. He is sixth fastest, and Razor has been doing very well in qualifying as of late. Glock is in this qualifying session then. So remember last week he tried to do the last to first challenge. It didn't go too well for Glock, did it? But he is now on the track as well. Here comes Alhan. He had a crack in qualifying last week, didn't he? His race, so he got unfortunately his race, he didn't get too far. 00 then, by the way, is a bit up in the second position as well, which I missed that. I'm a little behind the 8 ball on that one. Both Red Bulls are on track as well then. So here comes Just B in at 12th position. He had a fantastic qualifying in Austria, didn't he? He qualified in the top 10, which is absolutely splendid stuff, isn't it? Yellow flags fluttering for Toro Rosso there, just getting out of the way then. We got Emerson, got a backup TV. Don't worry, Sean. Thanks for your help. I'll post some cake. Excellent stuff then. Flat 67 Suffolk Drive. We've also got Michael as well. Good evening on Smithy D. Back-to-back silver races. Fantastic, isn't it? And let's see what Smithy D can do then in the Renault as well, as he is flying the flag for the yellow brand as well. Here comes Just B. He is flying the flag for the Red Bull then. Let's see what he can do as he comes into the final turn. Car 6 in the Red Bull. He comes over the line, and he is currently 12 of 12 in terms of the times that have been posted. Glock is giving it some welly, isn't he? Here he is into the final sector now, and here is the measuring stick of silver, and he's done a 34.2 then, 8/10 of a second in front. Flea has just gone into 9th fast as well, and that is 500 a second away from his teammate there. Flea and Reyes are very closely matched in terms of times there in the Ferrari, and yeah, so everyone is through apart from Just B. Just B needs to well, currently Just B is out qualifying now, so he needs to match those times in front, doesn't he? I think anyway. He's currently still showing the 16th position, even though Wilson is actually quicker than Smithy D there. So head scratched on that one. I gotta say, I don't really know how that works sometimes, but well, there you go. But as you were, so Just B then is currently out of the drop zone, is out of qualifying as well. So Serious Mercer, of course, got a quality ban, and Just B is also out as well. But we've also lost V Todd and Jake Wilson. There's no spare cars in qualifying anymore, is there? So of course, back in the old days, if that ever happened, then they would just jump into the spare car, won't they? The T car. And we've seen that a lot of times, don't we? Of course, we've had some incredible blow-ups as well. I think it was Brazil, wasn't it? 98, Mika Salo or Pedro Diniz. I can't remember. It's one or the other. And one of the Arrows is, remember back then, Arrows constructed their own car and their own engine as well. That didn't really go according to plan, did it? For the Arrows team, unfortunately. I think that didn't they go to what engine did they have after that? I think, was it the Asia Tex? I don't think it was that? As my not memory is absolutely letting me down once again. Then Kingdom there is coming into the final sector as well. But yeah, going back to that point I was making, I think Mika Salo jumped into Pedro Deniz's spare car, didn't they? They had 3 cars each F1 team did, didn't they? Before they stopped giving their team, before they stopped supplying T cars. Coming out of turn 19 now. Turn 19 last night was, my goodness me, it was a crash fest, wasn't it? Turn 19, we had a big smash there with Vesley, and I'm sure it's Steve, wasn't it? That was a vile smash as well. That seems where the action was last night. Kings over to 10th for a second there. He is down in 12th position, but he will get through this qualifying session. We've got 5 and 3/4 minutes to go in this. So yeah, there's still plenty. Well, there's not plenty of time actually. Really, I think that if you really need to be in the pits now if you want to go for another run. I think the only man that is really going to be sweating at the moment is Just B, and he is just in the pits at this moment in time. Then, as King Zone is taking the alternative track layout here in Abu Dhabi, and everyone else is currently in the pits at the moment. Then, showing a bit of a low at the moment, haven't we? Unfortunately, the 2 smashes earlier on of Jake and V-Todd have kind of taken the sting out of the tail here in the first qualifying session, isn't it? So it is more of a practice session, isn't it? Just to get just to feel what the car is like out there, isn't it? Get some rubber down on that tarmac, on the black top, as the Americans say, and seeing what just getting some more grip, isn't it? Of course, Pirelli rubber likes Pirelli rubber, doesn't it? So put more Pirelli rubber down, the more grip here it is. The only time you don't want Pirelli rubber is when it rains, really, doesn't it? Because then that is very slippery. Highly doubt it's going to rain here, but as I said last night, as I said every time we're here, of course it did rain in 2018, didn't it? We had a bit of a drizzle, didn't we? Which I was absolutely amazed to see. Which basically that just shows that I do love weather and all that kind of jazz as well. I think the hottest race in history, wasn't it, Bahrain 2005 on record or something like that. I know Malaysia was up there as well, but I'm sure it was Bahrain, wasn't it, 2005? If someone could throw me a lifeline in the old comment section, that'd be brilliant stuff. So I'm trying to use my phone a friend or ask the audience, perhaps. Then into the pits, there comes Kingdom then, and he is there. Then we're on board with 00. Then, my goodness me, this is a good opportunity to talk about 00 and his incredible his home race last week. He got pole position there, didn't he? That was his third pole position of the season there. Apart from Hunter and Glock, he's the only man who's been on pole position, hasn't he, this season? Hunter, of course, was pole position, his only pole position in Australia, and Glock has been on pole position 11 times then. We're on board 00 then. He is just trying to see what track limits there are. Out of the pits, I think, is just be then a unique part of the track then is going into the first turn, isn't it, in Abu Dhabi? I'm not sure how neat it is there, but it's there nonetheless, there, isn't it? It's a very interesting part, and there's just be then coming downhill. Then we're just watching 00 then, and he's coming out of turn 5 as well, then coming down the back straight. Car 90 is, yeah, it got very heated between Napoleon Orange and 00 there, didn't it? They was banging wheels there. Their incredible position and their battle and their fighting spirit was absolutely fantastic, wasn't it, in Austria? Really enjoyed that. That was brilliant stuff. I think that it was one of the best battles of the season. I keep changing my mind in terms of the best silver race of the season. All of them have been absolutely special, haven't they? Very difficult to choose the top 5, let alone the best one as well. As Radar is just retired from the session there as well. Now 00 there is 2/10 of a second up, then he navigates over the chicane, going very wide then before coming into the third and final sector. Remember, each F1 track is broken up into 3 sectors: sector 1, sector 2, sector 3, and of course that in those sectors that is a timing beam, and we get a feedback from that timing beam to see if the driver is up or down. Well, 00 is up by 2/10 of a second there. That is not a lot in real life, is it? But in Formula 1 terms, that is quite a hefty chunk of time, especially with the competitiveness of silver. 00 coming over to the line as well, and he improves to second position. He's in the 34th as well. Good stuff indeed then. Here comes Just B then. He now needs it. Here we go then. We're on board with Just B. Remember, he got the qualifying 3 in bronze. Can he do anything here in gold? And he comes up to the line as well. As now we're on board there, as he comes over and he flies into turn out what now then the the left hand there, as I was completely wrong. I was going your way there. That's probably why I crash a lot, is I don't seem to know where I'm going. Just be then getting very wide in turn 3 there. You don't get too wide there, because that'll spit you off and into the barriers there. Remember, Mr. Elite was sliding down the barriers backwards there last night, wasn't he, in the McLaren, and that it cost McLaren quite a hefty chunk of points there for Mr. Elite, unfortunately. Just be coming down the back straight as well, then DRS will be open now, right on the money there for Just Be. Brilliant stuff there. He was very much, you need to know where the DRS line is, don't you, really, to react to it, don't you? And Just Be then breaking down into the second chicane as well. Then you can see then, as we are in this, is a twilight race, isn't it? Of course, it's been a twilight race since 2009, since the first race since the first race we had around here, wasn't it? As we got a couple of guys retiring now. That is because they are finished for the session then, as we're on board now then with Just Be then, as he is navigating through the chicane as well. Does one take too much curve power? So look at this then, he is giving it his all. This is 4 beans here from Just Be then, and I wonder if that B does stand for beans then. Well, he's definitely giving it some, isn't he, into the as he comes out under the hotel as well, which I'm sure is where all the drivers are probably saying. Now look at this, he had to take 2 bites of the chair there, didn't he, coming out turn 19 then, and giving that wall a very wide berth. And Just Be, if he's got enough fuel on board, he can go for it again then. This is the last corner, 21. Let's see what he can do from car 6, and he comes out, stamps on the floor, and he is through at a good time there. He is through into qualifying 2. Fantastic stuff there from Just Be. He gave it all, and a fantastic effort there from Just Be. Impressive stuff there from the Red Bull driver there. Brilliant. And he is through into qualifying 2 then, and that is where it's going to get really interested, to say the the least, isn't it? Glock says, I would have got pole in Austria if I took part. Haha. We've also got Granty saying, hello, my husband. How's my team Williams getting on? Well, currently not too well at all. Serious Mushroom is right at the foot of the timesheets. Of course, that's because he's got a qualifying ban. And Ghost at the moment is actually a Ghost, as we haven't seen him yet, have we? So hopefully Ghost can join up for the race coming up in the coming up later on tonight as well. As Grant saying, Glock don't want to start from the back again and go for P15 finish. So Glock saying, I don't fancy being killed. Oh goodness me, I think he's on the wrong game, isn't he? I think he might be on Call of Duty. So we're now coming down the back straight as well then. So unfortunately we have lost in this qualifying session. We have lost Serious Mushroom, V Todd and Jake Wilson all out qualifying. In terms of track around here and things like that, it is quite it is fairly easy to overtake around here. Well, we have 2 long back straights followed by 2 major braking points, haven't you? You've got 2 DRS detection zones around here as well, but one after turn 5 and of course then one after turn 8 as well then. So really you have it's definitely good for battling and overtaking, isn't it? But yeah, it's an interesting track, isn't it? It doesn't seem to produce the racing that everyone was expecting, were they? But yeah, nonetheless, I think it's like Marmite. This one is, you either love or hate it. Is just be there. It's just cruising to the line. Then he's in low fuel mode at the moment. As he's just cruising back to the pits then as well. As I think he's actually going to finish his lap, is he? No, he's coming into the pits as well then. And of course, you've got to be very careful around there, don't you? It's unfortunately Jake has found to his costs. He is out of qualifying, unfortunately, after damaging his car coming into the pits as well then. And just be also 4/10 of a second quicker now. I'm not sure if that's right or not. And the Red Bull mechanics are just putting him on the dolly wheels and are going to wheel him back in then. So of course these Formula 1 cars have pathetic steering locks, don't they? Which is why they put him on the Yoda trolley, don't they, and just wheel him back in, because yeah, it would take be more like a 20-point turn to get the cars back in there, wouldn't it? And there they are then. And you can see all the other cars there are primed and ready to go then for qualifying too. Jake Wilson's car's in there, but he's not allowed to take part, as unfortunately he has ripped off the front part of the car there as well. As we're just taking a look then, as granted is in a very banterous mood today, isn't he? We've also got Iceman saying nice Just Be. It is a very good lap indeed there from Just Be as well. Let's take stock, shall we? And let's take a look to see who is out of qualifying then. Serious Mushroom is out, qualifying ban. V Todd is out, and Jake Wilson is out as well. We've got 14 cars for qualifying 2, not 15. As unfortunately Jake would have got through if he survived the session, but unfortunately he hasn't survived the session, and he is going to have to be sitting out and being a spectator then. We're going into qualifying 2 in just a few moments, and this is where the natural light starts to disappear. This is where the lights start to light up the track. That is, it becomes a football field, doesn't it? Albeit much better than a football field. So it looks absolutely stunning under the lights, doesn't it? So oh gosh, I didn't do that last night. I normally do forget to open my mouth and breathe, don't I? Especially when I'm doing this. Of course, yeah, I'm not very talented in terms of like doing 2 things at once. I mean, walking and breathing is difficult alone, isn't it? I mean, yeah, that's why I always have to sit down and eat. Anyway, then we're now into qualifying 2. Then we're 20 seconds into qualifying 2 to be exact. So, oh, I've got the spectator menu on. How dare I? You can see then. So in qualifying 2, is everyone is probably on the edge of their seats. They want to know about the rules for qualifying 2, don't you? As we got the tyre information on the left-hand side tower, because that is because then we are going to see all kinds of tyres. So we got Glock. We got Poorly Orange, who is on the hard compound tyre. Then we got Flea, who's on the medium compound tyres, and we got Just Be, who's on the soft tyres then. So all 3 types of compound tyres are being used in this session, and I hear you're all asking why. Why is that, Ginger? Well, that is because if you get into qualifying 3, you must start on that exact tyre, not just on the exact compound, the exact tyre, doesn't it? And for the race there as well. So you do not want to lock up and make it a 50p piece, do you? You want to keep those tyres as round as possible, and that is my and of course that is what I do with life as well. Of course, I want to be a tyre, which is why I have a spare tyre around me gut. As Razor is coming down the back straight as well, and he is now on the medium tyres. Razor is love that gold helmet there as well. Oh, it's a bit of a copper on it as well, isn't it? Oh, loving that. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then you see he's not using DRS at the moment, and you see the telemetry down at the right right hand side then. That is currently what he's doing then. So at the moment you see he's in that third gear, second gear he's on now, as you can see touching. Oh, and he's also knocked off the board there as well, as Worth has a bit of showmanship there from Radar. He doesn't want the other drivers to have that braking marker, does it? But unfortunately he will lose that braking marker as well, won't he? But I think that's a risk that Razor is expected to take then. He is the first one. Oh, lovely shot here from the side as well. The Ferrari then, of course, the beautiful Scuderia Ferrari is there. And of course they have been red almost since their inception. I think they have been red in every season, haven't they? I would like someone to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I gotta say I don't really know if I assume they've been red in every season. I actually learned the other day, of course, McLaren used to be when they had the Marlboro sponsor. I'm allowed to say that? I don't know. Of course, we shouldn't really be promoting tobacco and all that kind of jazz. It's all about vaping now, isn't it? But as race car coming through turn 3 there. Oh goodness me, they're getting on the curb there, the rear wheel there. But yeah, of course, when McLaren was sponsored by Marlboro, they had a special orange and white livery, didn't they? I'm sure it's at the Portuguese Grand Prix, 83, 84, something like that. I think it was sported by Rosberg, I think, not Nico, Keke. So I had to clarify that, I felt. But yeah, they had an orange one. I think it was for Marlboro's like special anniversary or that kind of stuff. I quite enjoyed that, and as I look down, the viewers also seem to get little as well. As that's because I'm talking all kinds of rubbish. I should be talking about the racer, shouldn't I? And we should be talking about Razor, and he is car 84. He's on the back straight as well. As Emerson has wrote an essay in the old comic section as well. He knows I struggle with the old reading kind of thing in life, so I'm gonna have to sound it out. Give me a second. As Razor, they're flicking through the curbs then as well. Then coming over the chicane, and he's on the final sector as well. I thought he took too much curb there, Razor, but he's carrying on nonetheless. He's on his way. And this qualifying session, we are aiming to lose another 4 drivers. That is 11th down to 14th, and that is where they're going to be starting then on the grid. Then, of course, if they get knocked out, oh goodness me, Razor is really clumping those curbs there, isn't he? I hope Ferrari got a good old stiff suspension on that car, aren't they? Because he's giving a good old whack there, isn't he? Into the final turn there as well, and he comes out at 21, and he is on the accelerator, and he is in fastest so far, but Droffer eclipses that quite considerably as well. But he's on the soft compound tyre, remember. He's more on the stickier, grippier tyre then. Oh, lovely shot there as well. Wybard's gone second fastest on the soft tyre as well. Droffer's showing some amazing pace here tonight, actually. I gotta say, that's in the soft tyre, but my goodness me, I've really sit up and took notice of that. Well, you should always sit up and take notice of Droffer and all the other guys there, but that really was impressive as well. Paulie Orange there is coming down the back straight, Fleas and Violet is on. We'll leave him to it. Here comes FIFA Beefy. Since becoming an Alfa Romeo driver, he has really turned a corner, hasn't he? Literally and figuratively. He is second fast at the moment on the medium tires. He's the quickest on the medium tire as well. Brilliant stuff indeed. As we've got Kingdom out there. So, oh, he's invalidated this time, Kingdom has. We'll leave him to it. I think Flea's also invalidated this time as well, as I've just got a gust of wind up my back. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to close the window in a minute. It's getting a bit nippy in here, isn't it? I'll probably warm myself up because I seem to be a sweat machine when I commentate on silver. Are on board then with over the shoulder shot of Paulie Orange as well, as he comes under the hotel. Yeah, he's on the hard tires. He's on the hardest compound tire. Of course, that's why it's called the hard tire. But so it's the most durablest, isn't it? But so that he might have troubles lighting those tires up. I don't mean setting them on fire. Of course, I mean putting them into a good temperature. Yellow flags is flaring. There's some interesting shenanigans going on down the back straight by the looks. You got Glock, who's just getting his tires up to 7th. We've got Kings also down the back straight as well. LPE are on board for the Haas driver as well then. You can see that LPE coming into the hotel as well. Yellow flags. As our Mercedes off now, figures Paulie Orange. Oh my goodness gracious me! I thought he was going to go into the battle. That Toro Rosso was very much in the way still, but maybe it looked a bit more dramatic with the camera angle. But that doesn't matter. LPE is second fastest. Good stuff indeed then. Smithy has just started his lap then. Kings up and validated his lap then. Kings up then is having a bit of issues out there at the moment. And we're just watching Flea at the moment, who's on the and that is another Toro Rosso. They seem to be all over the show at the moment, isn't it? As we're back on board then with As we're back on board there with Fleet as well, as he is coming under the hotel, then accelerates the way there, clipping the curve then, and he is coming up to turn 20 and 21 now then, and let's see what he's going to do. He throws it into 20, now he's going to go out wide into 21, car first, he is out of the final corner. Whoa, look at that then, a lot of wheel spin. Fleet is slowest at the moment then, as I think there's a lot of time there in that Ferrari there to gain, isn't there? Smithy doing a good job as well. Glock is started like that, here comes Smithy D then flying through the very fast kinky kink of turn 3, sector 3. There's yellow flag there. Ignore the yellow flags in qualifying, which I say every time, but I still seem to get excited by them because I think the yellow flags would be more interesting in the race as well. 95, car 95 in the red, and then through the final turn, and let's see what Smithy D can do. And here he goes then, he stamps on the loud pedal and he goes full fast. It's good time there from Smithy D. He has thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, hasn't he? Of double zeros out track as well. We've got Iceman out on track as well as he's coming down the back straight. Glock is not too far behind him at the moment, is he? And we're back on board now with the second runner driver of Iceman and flying over the curves then, hasn't he? Iceman's career so far is he's had 3 starts and 6 points to his name there, and but he hasn't had any DNF set, so he has finished the races in all his races so far. Brilliant stuff indeed then, as he is coming under the hotel as well then, taking a lot of curve. Oh, I'm to correct it mid-corner there in 19. That's not where you want to correct the car, is it? Now into 20 as well then. And that car was looking very much clean and precise at 21 then. Again, they're correcting a lot of steering input there, but Iceman goes in a very nice third position. Here comes Glock coming through the final turn, and here is the champion, and he goes over the line, and let's see what he can do. It is fastest so far, a 34.7 then from Glock on the medium compound tires. He is looking very comfortable at this stage of proceedings then, but anything can happen, and it usually does, isn't it? Especially when you got double zero and Poorly Orange in the mix there, and not forgetting all the others as well, like Alhan and also Droff as well. Double zero's gone fast there, and he is on the soft tires. If he starts on the soft tires, he will have a better launch. It's not a very long launch, though, is it? Down into turn 1. It's one of the shortest of the seasons there, isn't it? So he needs to be right on it there. If anyone remembers Hamilton's lightning getaway, I think it was 2014, wasn't it? I think it. Oh my goodness me, Alhan was very close to the wall there, wasn't he? I gotta say, he was rubbing off the Pirelli rubber there, wasn't he? Goodness gracious me then, as we're now coming into turn 21 then. He is out of it. Let's see what we can do. He is 5th fast one, Alhan is, and my goodness me, he's 100th of a second behind his teammate LPE at the moment, and it's very much nip and tuck, isn't it? As LP as a YBR as a Vade's time as he is down in 10th position. We've got an outlap for King's Home as well, who is outside on track moment. Iceman 4 seconds down the moment. LP is in the pits, and double zero is also coming on in lap, and so is Glock as well. So it's, I would say it's a very much quiet time moment. Here comes King's Home coming through the final turn, and King's Home car 94. He's had a very rotten spell of luck, hasn't he, as of late? King's Home was very good in the first couple of races, wasn't he? But in the last 4 races he's had 3 DNFs at King's Home. He had a very good 8th position in the Italian Grand Prix, but King's Home has been very much on the back burner, hasn't he, in the second half of the season. First half of the season he was brilliant, wasn't he? He was picking up points there, wasn't he? Every time he finished, but unfortunately it's not going too well at the moment, and it's got yellow flags behind us. There's one of the Ferraris there, and also one of the Mercedes as well. King's Home then, it's on the back straight as well, then you can see there he is then in the Toro Rosso. Can he pick it up then? King's Home currently is sitting on 44 points there in the Drivers' Championship. That was all scored by majority at the beginning of the season. He was right in the top 10. He's in the top 10 currently, and he's got a good old deficit between himself and Explains, who is in 11th position there. 17 points separates them two, and Explains is not here again tonight, so the King's Home shouldn't lose that top 10 position at the moment, but he really needs to, he's got 5 races to go there to just turn this season around there, and turn this season around then and just get himself back on it, and especially about next season as well. Remember, we will be on Formula 1 2020. We're going to have 22 races spattered across the globe there, and we are going to new venues as well. Of course, we're going to Vietnam there. We're also returning back to returning back to Holland as well, and I'm sure a lot of our Dutch drivers will be very much looking forward to that, won't they? Here comes King's Home. Of course, he only lives across the snow throw across from me in know, we've probably met in real life, and we've probably never even noticed. But here comes Kings. Obviously, come through the final turn as well. 94 in the Taurus acceleration. He's on the soft tires. He goes 7 fast a moment there, and not taking the usual racing line there. Here comes YBR. He's 2/10 a second up in the second sector at the moment. We've also had a Ferrari who's just started as well. I think that it's Glock is retired from the session. Then I think this is the man who's the furthest way around the lap there, isn't he? In terms of who's on a quick lap moment. Just B is just in front of us, but he's on that lap moment. 3 3/4 minutes to go in this session there. And goodness me, then you guys are chatting away at the moment. I've I haven't looked down for a while, have I? So I'll quickly catch up with you guys in a minute. I think the last comment I didn't read out was actually from Emerson as well. Then, but we need to keep our focus on YBR at the moment, as he is the man who is in the drop zone. He, I think he needs to be in the 36 at least to even think about getting out of qualifying 3, and I think that might even become a mid 36 as well, isn't it? Just think about track evolution there. As you can see, then you can see the night is starting to take over, isn't it? Here comes YBR. He is in 4th position. Good 70. Just be started to stop there. Razor's on lap at the moment. We got Poorly Orange on the back straight. King's Home is he's 2 seconds up there. Goodness me, great stuff from King's Home. I think he's missed a turn there. Razor is almost a second up in the second sector alone. Fantastic stuff there from Razor. Brilliant. And he is now coming out of the he's coming into the final sector. So the yellow flag is fluttering on the back straight. It's for the Ferrari of Flea. I think it is for Flea. So Flea also on track at the moment as well. We've got 2 minutes to go. 2 3/4 minutes to go. And here comes car 84. It's Razor. Can he get himself into qualifying 3 once again? I'm on board there with the copper base top helmet of Razor flying through turn 20 as well. I think he lost a bit of momentum in turn 20 there. What about 21 there? And again, that was much more smooth for Razor. He is full fast. It's good stuff from Razor. Poorly Orange is invalidated. His time's going to have to go around again. Then he is on the back foot. The man who won the race in Austria. It's very much he needs to get himself into qualifying 3, car 6. The same number as Nico Rosberg as well. We leave him to it for the minute because Just B is on track as well. Flea is just in the background. Smithy D is in the pits though. Is he coming out of the pits? No, he is just happy chilling. He's got to get out of the pit lane now. He's got to think about getting out of the pit lane. Otherwise, he is going to be out qualifying. Now it's going to be such a shame. Beefy's out there as well. King's Owen's in the pit. So is Iceman. Yellow flags are flying all around the course. Here comes Just B then. This is his first time lap. And oh, he's got wide there. Is he going to attack? He's in 9th position. Just B is a fantastic time there from the Red Bull driver. Stellar. Absolutely stellar stuff indeed then. Oh, Poorly Orange there is a 10th for a second up then. We also got Flea starting to throw his hat in the ring as well then. So currently these guys are looking at a 36.4. That's the time they need to beat from King's Home. That is the target they need to improve on as well. On board with Poorly Orange as he is coming down the back straight as well. Let's see where he's breaking. Oh, just after the 100-meter. That's fantastic, isn't it? As oh gosh, I've just I got so excited there. I've just sprayed my leg with all kinds of saliva, which is a great image, isn't it, for you guys? Now then, Poorly Orange there is coming down the back straight once again then, and of course O'Shea flags ignore them. That is just Alhan just getting out of the way then. Lovely shot. 7/10 of a second up. Poorly Orange is at the moment. That is enough to get him through to qualifying 3. He cannot invalidate his time in this 3rd sector. Remember last night, I think it was Young Lights, wasn't it? Forza or Young Lights was saying how difficult this final sector is in terms of keeping on track and making sure you don't invalidate your time there. Poorly Orange say he does have enough for it. He can go around again if he wants to. He is harvesting though. He is turning the car right down. What has gone wrong then? Razor's retired from the session then, and here comes Poorly Orange. He was very much very impressive then. He has turned it up for the final time then as well then. So he's doing the harvesting on the technical sector. He is very fast there on these medium tires as well. Flea is invalidated this time. He's got 16 seconds. Is he going to make it across the line? Oh no. And Smith is out qualifying. The King Toe is back out on track as well. He is not going to make it. King Toe is in, but then again I think I'm behind on time, ain't I? So ignore me for the minute. And we'll just calm down slightly, shall we? Flea coming across the line now then, so he can start. He's got one more run in it. What about King's Home? King's Home, this is all nothing for King's Home as well. He's already hurt himself coming out, and I think that's it. King's Home's out of qualifying. Oh, but he's 11th position. FIFA, oh, that's a Red Bull there, just bouncing on the curbs. And here comes Beefy. Beefy coming through the follow turn as well, and this is the last corner. What can he do then for car 36 accelerated away? Is he through? He is through. He's in 5th position. Brilliant. Droffer also on track as well. We got Just B, who is coming in the pits, and Alhan is out as well, and so it's Just B is out qualified as well. So it's just Flea at the moment. Can Flea knock out Iceman here? I don't mean a weird punch. I mean again, just getting him out of qualifying. Then well, boy, Flea then as he's coming down the back straight as well. Then let's see what his second sector will be. Then his second sector ends at the end of this. Oh, lovely shot there. The second sector ends at the end of this back straight as well. Then you can see here he comes then coming down the back straight once again. Then let's see what he do. Second sector, he's 5/10 of a second up. That is not enough for Flea. That is not enough currently for the Ferrari driver. He needs a mammoth, almighty final sector there from the Ferrari. Here he comes then out of the I can't remember where we are now on the track there. Oh, I've lost my numbers. And now then flying through the very fast kink of the right-hander then. Now coming into the hotel as well. And you can see then he's almost out of deployment as well. Turn 19. Oh my goodness me! I thought he's in the Tech Pro. And now here he comes in through turn 20. He's invalidated. He's invalidated. This time Flea is out of qualifying. Oh goodness me! Flea was giving it all kinds of welly, but it wasn't enough there, was it? Flea is out of qualifying. What a shame. As also Droffer has improved actually to second fastest and all that, whilst we was keeping an eye on Flea then, and Paulie Orange also threw on the medium compound tires as well. So good stuff indeed there from Paulie Orange, getting it through just at the end. Then Emerson said, "You told me earlier on, Sean, that you was eating and doing something else. I'm not sure what you can see on stream at the same time. If you know what I'm talking about, I can't remember. I haven't got the faintest idea." We've also got Darren saying, "Evening, guys. Good evening, Darren. I hope you're well." Then we've also got Bro Griller saying, "Good evening, Sean, and Flock for the win." Then. I think we got a new driver there. I think, of course, Todd means Glock there. Your team's last grantee, no ghost, and I've got a quality ban. And they're just talking about setups then. So do I reveal it on the stream there? No, I better not, because I have no idea about setups as well. And I might try and sound clever, but I'm really not. As we've also got, Bro Griller said Glock, he meant. As you can see, well, they are talking about the wings and all that kind of stuff, which is interesting stuff. And we'll scroll all past that through, shall we? And Glock has asked what pole was yesterday. It was a 34 flat. I'm glad someone knew that, because I should be doing my research. Let's go into who is going to start on what tires then for the race coming up later on. Glock, Paulie Orange, Alhan and Iceman are on the medium tires. Everyone else is on the soft tire. Qualifying, unfortunately, Just be there once again, just missing out. Good stuff for Just be. Kingzone 12th, Smithy D in 13th. He didn't want to have another run, did he? And Flea invalidated this time right at the end there of qualifying. Otherwise he could have been into qualifying free as well, so that's a shame then for those guys. It really is indeed then. So it's just on a quick look down there. They're getting very banterous about the times there, isn't they? But we'll leave them to it, shall we? Because we're now getting ready for qualifying free then. Of course, this is the fastest part of the event and the fastest part of the weekend, and this is going to be very interesting indeed then. So who's going to be on pole position at the moment? Glock there is very much looking like he has it in the bag, doesn't he? But you cannot discount out 00 or Paulie Orange. I'd say 00 is definitely the quicker of Paulie Orange and Paulie Orange and himself on one lap pace, isn't he? But that is a very amateur. That's a very amateur observation from myself, and of course, but I'm just looking at the stats really. But so I think that 00 might be more quicker, but of course you still got to get the lap in, haven't you? You still got to get the lap in. But Paulie Orange shown last week in the race header, he is fantastic, isn't he? Of course, he passed 00, he took the lead, and he stayed there. Well, I say he took the lead, he didn't stay there, did he? As they was chopping and changing, but in the end he did stay there. He did win the Austrian Grand Prix, as Paulie Orange is coming out of the pits as well. There he is, lighting up those soft tires there, as the Mercedes mechanics are just wandering back in. We've got Ferrari coming out as well, as you can see that's Razor just getting thrown, just getting dumped off those jacks, and he is away as well then, and they're just trundling down the pit straight as well then, and he is away then, as we've also got FIFA out as well. So let's take a look then. So we've got about 4 cars at the moment for 6 cars in the pits then, and just watching Alhan come through that unique tunnel as well then. I got to say, in the real world Formula 1 and also in that league race as well, we haven't had many incidents in the tunnel, have we? Which I'm quite surprised by really, because It's very narrow now. Look at that, and look at those clouds there. As of course, that is the nighttime sky. Then, if it's day, I'll be getting very worried and also very excited at the same time, because those are very dark clouds up there, isn't it? But of course, that's because we're here in the evening, aren't we? As I'm struggling to find FIFA for some reason. There he is. He is in. He is the lead car in this train, isn't he? As we're on board then with FIFA, as Forza saying, FIFA Beefy's looking good. Hopefully, kind of translate his qualities. Speed into race exactly. Of course, FIFA has been very, as I said, it's been very impressed with the Alfa Romeo. He's got 49 points in 12 starts this season, and he's had a podium as well. Remember the Brazilian Grand Prix, a fantastic return, wasn't it, for FIFA, showing that he was very clean and consistent as well. And I thought he got driver of the day in that one, but I don't think he did actually, looking at my stats. But maybe I just missed that one off. He comes through the final turn as well. So FIFA is now going to start us up then. So he's the first one to start out. The only man in the pits at the moment is YBR. He is not fancying like getting out there at the moment. I wonder if he's going on the alternative strategy here, isn't it? In terms of he doesn't want to be out there where it's all other cars on. He doesn't want to have any dirty air, does he? FIFA Beefy's got no dirty at the moment. He is as clean as a whistle, isn't he? He's got no turbulent air in front of him, and he's also got a clear track behind him as well, isn't he? Which is also can make the difference, isn't it? You don't want a distracting car like a Renault behind you, for example, which is a bright yellow car, isn't it? And he is coming down the back straight then. So let's see what FIFA Beefy can do then. And you see you've got to do a lot of harvesting on this course, don't you? But it's the beginning lap where you need to actually use as much earth as possible, isn't it? Because there's two long back straights, isn't it? You're on the accelerator quite a lot of the percentage in the first two sections, isn't you? And then see hacksawing away the steering wheel, wasn't he, coming over that chicane and taking too much curb there? But he is away nonetheless. We've got I thought we had all cars out. We do have all cars out. YBR has also emerged out of the pit lane as well. Fantastic. This is what Q3 needs to be about. The top 10, going for a top 10 shootout here in Abu Dhabi. This is what you want to see, isn't it? And as we've got Darren saying, my team we're packing up the damn we're packing up the damn I can't see what that is. I need to rub that some dirt off my phone there as well. Of course, I do look after all my gizmos and gadgets, as you can hear from that. FIFA Beefy coming out of turn 20. Leslie throws it into turn 20. Now into 21 then. Iceman's gone! Iceman's gone! He is gone! Oh no! And that's all going to on board Glock. Then he is down and Glock's invalidated this time as he goes through the Renault. And yes, in turn 19, and he has done the exact same thing that who did it last night? I can't remember who did it last night now, but yeah, we had some incident there as well. Glock's invalidated this time. He has to go around again. Then Gloffer is out on track as well. He is on pole position at the moment. While the Ferrari of Razor's coming through. Iceman's car is still there. That's the yellow flag still fluttering in the Frida. Of course, I meant to slow down, but I doubt they do on that quality lap, do they? Now coming through the final turn, and Razor is got into third position then. We've got two Haas's coming through. ALR is up into second position. What about LP? LP is coming through the final turn as well. Let's see what he can do in the Haas. We've got Mercedes and Port Orange is on pole position at the moment. Good stuff indeed then. What about the racing point of 00 then? Port Orange has his first pole position if he can stay there. Run board 00 has already got 3 pole positions to his name. He's got to add 12th. He is second at the moment there, isn't he? And once again, the Port Orange is really showing me up now, isn't he? Fantastic effort there from Port Orange there. And he is on pole position for the first time in his career as it stands there. But there's another 7 minutes to go in this session. And YBR just started his lap now as well. So let's take a deep breath, Ben. And we've also got Glock saying completely put me off, or Baha. I'm not sure if that's Iceman or me, probably both. But unfortunately, Iceman damaging the car. He will be qualifying in 10th position then, and that is a shame now for Iceman, isn't it? Well, he's currently 9th at the moment. Glock needs to set a time, otherwise he'll be down in 10th position. Then YBR is out on the lap there. Glock has come out quite quickly here, hasn't he? Because it's a long old track, isn't it, to get around and set a time. Now this is a very long track, especially when you haven't got all the power and gizmos turned up to the max as well. Now he's coming out of the chicane as well, and DRS right on the money. There it is then for YBR. You can see pushing the purple DRS button on the steering wheel then. There's a lot of information on the steering wheel, but I think the Racing Point has not as much as everyone else, do they? There's still a lot of information to take in there, isn't there, on the on that steering wheel. It really is that. That's too much for my brain to handle. Goodness me. Yeah, I just struggled to calculate what. Just struggled to see what that number is in the middle of the steering wheel, which of course is the gears. Yeah, so we're on board with YBR as a lovely shot here. So you can see a beautiful black and red helmet there. That's a good mean color scheme, isn't it? Oh, I thought he was in the wall there. And there's his teammate there of 00 there. Just get out of the way there. Into 20, now into 21. Let's see what he can do there. He is going to post the time. Is it going to be enough for Paul? Not quite, but it is 5th position at the moment. And good 70. Razor is gone out for another run here. He's done 2 laps on these soft tires, Razor has, and he is coming down the back straight then. Paulie Orange, I think, is still coming to the pit lane. He is indeed. Glock is starting his lap as well. Can Glock get on pole position at the moment then? In 15 qualifying attempts, so he's been on pole position for 12. And remember last week he didn't take part in qualifying this. I think he was enjoying autosport and having a cup of tea, but now he's on it now, isn't he, here tonight then? Can he get his 13th pole position of the season? His 13th pole position of 16 attempts is absolutely incredible, isn't it? I don't know what the percentage wise that is, because my Masters appalling, isn't it? Razor then floating out of the curbside as well. Then oh, look at that! Then almost off the track. There, that is incredible stuff. Using all the track and then some, isn't he? And now he's on the final. He's on the final run as well. Then Razor is. Let's see what he can do as he comes into the final sector as well. Then and now he comes out of the turn. Out of turn 18 as well. Lovely shot from the Ferrari. Look at that yellow bar. How much earth he's got left? He's got the D bar, which is showing how much deployment he's got left. We're gonna find out what's he gonna do then. As oh my gosh, my brain is starting to fall again. Getting too excited. Here comes Razor coming through the final turn, and there's a little dip down to the finish line. He is 6 fast in front of his former teammate FIFA Beefy, but only just by 4,000ths of a second. That is so yeah, it's I gotta say that's quite a big margin, isn't it? Of course, as I'm a bit of a bantosaurus tonight, and gosh, but yeah, that is so minimal, isn't it? The 4,000ths of a second. Goodness gracious me, that's incredible, isn't it? Darren saying I better go join back. Good luck all. Yeah, of course, there's so that's gonna be good stuff indeed there, isn't it? From the Williams driver. Glock coming through 20. Now in the 21, got Yorkville flags out the run 3.5 minutes ago. Glock is out of final turn. Is it pole position in a 33.956. Goodness me, hats off to Glock there, the champion there. All certain is authority, and he's half a second in front of Paulie Orange there, and Paulie Orange is doing a very good job as well. 00 there is almost a second off for Glock's time. Now, can Glock get back to the pits and come back out? That is going to be a $1 million question, isn't it? So we've got outlets for FIFA, we've got outlets for LP, and we've also got outlets there for 00 as well. 00 is quite close to the back of LP. You might want to drop off there. Of course, it's a 5 second. It's a 5 second window, isn't it? In terms of the dirty air and things like that, isn't it? There's a Nigel there in the comments there, and he's saying good luck to all tonight. Get your elbows out. And I think that there was a lot of elbowing last night, wasn't there? Goodness me. It's in fact more of a rugby match, didn't it? It was brilliant. But as LP there coming through the final turn there as well, let's see what the Haas driver can do. LP then just quick. We're having a bit of a review of stats tonight, anyway, because this is 12th race for LP. LP has shown some pace, hasn't he? But unfortunately, the race, it just doesn't seem to. He just seems to not be there or thereabouts, is he? In terms of the points that he's accumulated this season. Let's see what he can do this season. Oh goodness me, he's almost off the track there as the LP is, but he's giving it all kinds of full beans there, and he's 7,800 of a second up there. The first sector is not that important, of course. You've got to keep it on the black stuff, haven't you? So we're on board as well then, and we're now then so coming down the back straight then. Let's see what LPD can do then. He's got DRS wide open then, and then where's he going to break them? We're on board with the half driver now. Car 66 in the black and gold horse, and make him, and as of course then you've got to make the most of this, haven't you? Because not LP, because I'm hoping he stays for a long time. And what about the beautiful black and gold horse, which is my favourite car? And unfortunately, unfortunately for Haas, I think after that Rich Energy deal was rather not so rich, was it really, in terms of fortune? Goodness me, there was a lot of there's all kinds of shenanigans going on with that deal, wasn't it? But yeah, Haas returned back to their colours, didn't they, for the 2020 F1 game, which is brilliant. 17 Rose Razor's out of the qualified session. He's 7th fast moment. Glock is retired as well. There's a Glock. He can't defend himself now, can he? Glock has stayed an awful lot there, but he's in a 39 stage at a 38.39 at the moment. Can anyone get within the postcode room? Can anyone snatch it off him? LP is in the final sector as well, and he's in the final turn, I should say. This is the last turn, and run board with LP. He comes for the final turn. Can he get in front of Razor? That's more than in front. He's in 4th position. A fantastic time indeed. Then, what about FIFA Beefy? FIFA Beefy's out of deployment, and has he been very good with his deployment? And as he comes into the line, let's find out. He is 5th fastest. He has indeed. That's a brilliant time there. And and here comes double zeros in the pits. He's only going to be 3rd fastest. I say only. I wish I was that high. YBR is out on track. He's a very long way from home, as is Alhan as well. That is they might struggle to get through there, but then again, I am about 30 seconds or so behind everyone else at the moment. Droffer is coming down the middle part of the circuit as well, as middle and last sectors were way off fed for Glock then, but it's still enough at the moment, so he must have had an absolutely fantastic first sector there from Glock. He is currently on pole position by half a second, then we are just waiting for the guys that in. Now Droffer has gone 2/10 a second quicker. That is currently good enough to get himself in the 4th position there. Might even challenge double zero for 4th position there. Droffer very much showing that in the later stages of the season has been absolutely terrific, hasn't he? He's really racking up the podiums, isn't he? And he's really doing an absolutely fantastic job, Droffer. He is as clean as a whistle, isn't he? The driver he's been brilliant. Going over the curve as well. Where is he? There he is, brilliant stuff indeed, and as he comes into 20 and 21 now then, the checker flag has dropped. Alhan hasn't made it, he is 7th in the end then. I thought it was going to be nip and tuck then, and Droffer goes 3rd fastest, a fantastic time into the 34.7 then, as Kingzone was left for session. That's not good, is it? I was wondering why Kingzone would retire from the session, but he's left for session. That's not good at all for Kingzone. Goodness me. Paulie Orange is on the back straight as well. YBR is just a little further up in front then. We've also got FIFA, who is coming into the pits as well, and we've also got LP also in the pits as well then. So we'll leave Feb 2 to it, shall we? And here comes YBR then, as he is down the second back straight. Intermediate sector is now, he is at 3/10 up, nearly 4/10 up then into the oh, he's invalidated his time then, YBR. That is not good. He is done. He is 8th fastest in the end then. What a shame then. And what about Paulie Orange then? Paulie Orange there is just behind him on track then. He is currently 34.4 at the moment. He needs to find 5/10 a second on this lap alone then. He is light on field and he is harvesting as much as possible. Coming under the hotel and you taking a wide berth then. It's all or nothing for Paulie Orange now, isn't it? This is the last couple of quarters as well then. Let's see what he can do. Oh my goodness. Look at this, almost spinning the car. He's through the final taste of 33 Raven Fords. He's done enough. Not quite. Glock is on pole position for the 13th time this season. Wow, incredible stuff there from Glock there. Really rewriting the history books of Silver. Silver didn't have any history until the start of the season, but Glock is going to be on top of the pile for a very long time to come. Incredible stuff from Glock, and he is once again on pole position, and Glock is just saying, get in capitals as well. Brilliant stuff, Ben. 210 and Paulie Orange are almost into the 33 season, but not quite. But he is on the front row of the grid then. Droffer in 3rd position. Then 4th position is double zero. LPE in 5th position with FIFA in 6th. And Alhan didn't set a second time then, so perhaps he might be ruined that. 8th position is YBR. King's over set for session again. He needs to get back in as quickly as possible, doesn't he? Otherwise he will not take part in the race then. Razor 9. And he's back. Excellent stuff. Razor 9th. And Iceman in 10th position. And now we got the race itself, fellas. I got to say that qualifying session was absolutely fantastic. It really was, and the tension building up, absolutely beautiful. Then you could cut the tension with a knife fence. We're coming into this race as well. Kana Glock, then he has currently got 11 wins, 11 race wins this season. I think he's been on the podium 12 times, hasn't he? Can he make it 12 race wins here tonight? And that is going to be surely the aim for Glock, isn't it? As we are now in the twilight of the of this session as well. Sim Racer is Racer Sim I should say is nice quality beefy. Bring it home, son. As he is really getting himself really up and ready to go, isn't he? And why shouldn't they indeed then? So we're just now waiting for the driver side to pick up their setup, and this is a very good time to stretch me old legs then as well, as I'm in a very uncomfortable position here then, as I'm just perched on the edge of my seat then, because this is going to be very much edge of the seat kind of race as well. We've got 7 17 cars then in this race as well. Then this is very much a not a very popular track, is it? I must say. But of course, I think the last night we had an incredible race, didn't we? And let's see, I think that ALR can make it popular, can they? After our run of races, this is of course the round of 17, isn't it? For ALR, even though where gold has missed one, and of course then bronze is only on round 4. Kingdom is left for session again, then not good at all for Kingdom, is it? He's in 12th position at the moment. Then we were talking about him in qualifying, and perhaps really trying to get himself back up the order. Let's go through the order, shall we? From front to back, from 1st to 17th, from pole position and to last position. And let's take a look at those tyres as well, shall we? Well, we've got a lot of medium tyres out there. Well, I still got a lot of medium tyres. The front two have the medium tyres. We have also got medium tyres for Alhan, Iceman and Wilson. Soft tyres for the rest of the grid then. Let's so then we got Glock on pole position. It's 13th pole position of the season then. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Second position is Porty Orange there. Dropper in third position. He's been fantastic in terms of consistency, hasn't he? For double zeros in fourth position. He's been all or nothing, hasn't he? Just like that Ozone song says. Sings. LPE in 5th position there. 6th position is at FIFA Beefy. Alhan is 7th. YBR is in 8th position. There's some big points on the table for all these drivers tonight, isn't there? Razor in 9th position and Iceman unfortunately stuck in the wall at turn 19, and hopefully has better run in the race there, doesn't he? Just outside the points there. These are where the guys that could really choose our tyres and just be in 11th position there. 12th position is Kingdom at the moment, and he's a ghost. 13th position is at Smithy D. Flea is in 14th position in the Ferrari. Jake Wilson in 15th on those medium tyres. 16th position is V Todd then. Both Wilson and V Todd they did not very good qualify. And the Serious Mushroom is in 17th position as well. So we got a yellow flag already in this race. That's not good, is it? It was Iceman, was it? It was Iceman. So Iceman is having a oh dear, he's having a couple of bad minutes, just like me. Sorry. So Iceman there, unfortunately, just having a bit of bad luck there at the moment, isn't he? So he's on the grid at the moment, and we'll hopefully Iceman can shake that off. I get going in 20 laps around here on board Kingdom. I'm hoping that Kingdom will become solid in just a few moments then, because he's not on the grid, he's not in this car at the moment. This is such a shame for Kingdom. As we were saying before, he's been in all 16 rounds of silver, and he's been brilliant, Kingdom, as in terms of his attendance. Absolutely fantastic. I sounded like a teacher there, didn't I? We're on board. This is what the view is like from pole sitter Glock then, and when of course they're serious rush then right the back, and Kingdom's got a red X on him. That's not good at all. And then now the reps are now starting to build up. Don't ignore the lights then. I don't really say that often, but ignore the lights. We're waiting for the rest to come. There they are, and now the lights are coming on. Then Glock is going. Look at him, he's holding it, and now we are go. And it's a good start from Glock, and a fantastic for Glock. He's already chopped off Porty Orange. They're going into turn 1 then, and Porty Orange there is taking a very sensible route then, but oh my goodness me, who's that? That's Alpine off the track, so I got a yellow flag at the end there, yellow flag at the back there, but they all seem to be away fine and dandy. Double zero flying on the outside there, and they're taking third position, but then good stuff there as they come into the first major breaking point on the lot. Then good stuff then, all clean as a whistle so far. Both halves are in 5th and 6th. Lovely start to Ferrari in the back. That's a Ferrari in the back by the Concertina. That's Razor. Oh no, that's a force in. You got all down. It's a oh my goodness me. Oh, it's right there. It's also dropped down to the back as YBR has come to blows, hasn't he? And has spun it as well. Oh my goodness me, look at them all, look at them all. Oh, they're climbing all over the back of that Red Bull there as they come down into turn 8. And where are they? Oh my goodness me, that's Smithy D. Oh goodness me, getting a good old poke there, wasn't it? That Mercedes out of the Wilson. And now Razor is now all over the back of FIFA Beef there. Look at them all, they're climbing all over the back of each other. It's like a mountain range, isn't it? 3-second penalty for Kings. So your finger's back in the center. Oh my goodness me, where's that McLaren going? McLaren's right off the track there. And Vitold there getting a good old sweeper and back in. Kingdom is out of the race then. And what a shame for Kingdom. Really disappointed there. As yeah, he just seems to be on connection issues, didn't he? And he's retired the race. And what a shame for Kingdom there. His bad luck is continuing in this race, isn't it? And that is a shame now. Did YBR hasn't damaged the car, so luckily for him there, as he come for a complete lap one. Then Glock leads up. Porty Orange is oh, Porty Orange like off the track there. Double zero is now doing a second position. Elf in the third position, I should say that. He's on the soft tires. He needs to make hay whilst the sun is shining. We got LP in 4th position, followed by Droffa in 5th position. Al Hannes in 6th position. We've got Just Be up to 7th. Fantastic stuff. Into the pits there comes Razor in the Ferrari then, and also in the pits is Iceman as well. Razor's also got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits then. And now we're on board then. LP is under. Oh my God. Wow, look at him flying by me there after turn 3. That's incredible stuff. There's the top 3 at the moment. 1, 2, 3. There we have a gap then, and it's LP followed by Droffa there in the second batch of cars. That's brilliant stuff indeed then. And now they're all like stretching out slightly then. So Razor in the pits and Iceman in the pits as well. Smithy has just moved up into 9th position. He's got past Jake Wilson then, as Jake Wilson is dropping down. It's dropped down the order slightly. No, he hasn't. Yeah, Jake Wilson has dropped down the order to 10th position. But in terms of the make or breakers that have gone through it's been Wilson and Viton and Serious Mushroom. Fantastic stuff there. Brilliant stuff. And also Jake Wilson as well. Great stuff indeed then. As I'll quickly get the tires back up. And who is that? That's a Red Bull. Oh no, yeah, that's a Red Bull. They're climbing all over the back of Nolan. It's Beefy climbing all over the back of the ball there, isn't he? Goodness me then. And look at this, and it's FIFA Beefy now. It's got to go on the inside then. He's up the inside, and look at that Haas there, and that's Droffa in the meat at the Haas sandwich there. And now as FIFA Beefy gets past, and now Smithy D there is also battling away there with Jake Wilson and say come over the chicane as well. Look at this, Droffa is on the inside there. It's got to look, Alfie has gone off. Oh goodness me, he's gone to a different time zone, and now he comes back on the track. And Droffa, oh goodness me, there is Alfie there gone a bit. Oh my goodness. Oh, what's happened? Alfie, he has spun it. He has spun it. Is he damaged the car? And he's ghosted. He's all right. And I think did Fleet get into him there? I'm not sure. Let's take a look then. We've got a rubbish camera angle there, haven't we? Let's take a look then. Alpine, who's had a fantastic race there. DR's been enabled. He hasn't damaged the car, but he needs to make sure he keeps the car flying. Points in the right direction, doesn't he? So Droffa, he made a mistake there, didn't he? And I think he come back on in front of Droffa. I'm not sure if Droffa touched him or what, but yeah, he just spun around there. Clark hasn't got away at the moment, has it? It's 5/10 of a second at the moment there with Paulie Orange in second position with 0-0 in third then. Those front three are in a league of their own at the moment, ain't they? Goodness me. We got Serious Mushroom there who is, oh wow, where's Serious Mushroom going? He comes back on the track in front of the Ferrari. That is Flea who's just trying to stick his nose in there, isn't he? Goodness me. And now they're coming down the back straight once again. We got DRS now. This is where the fun really begins there, isn't it? Of course, I think Serious Mushroom got DRS there. That's it. I think that was the mistake there. And Smithy D is now in front of Just Be. Oh no, he hasn't. We got a bit of Matrix style there. And now Smithy D. Oh my goodness me then. And Smithy D is now up into 7th position. And Just Be is 8th position. Wilson in 9th position. Where is he? There's Wilson. Wilson's going on the inside there. Oh my goodness me. There's three abreast. Now it starts on the two abreast as it come down the back straight there. And where? Oh. No, it's Smithy D is back in 7th position. Wilson 8th position. Just Be is in 9th position. Then we got the two. Then we got McLaren. Then we got Williams. Then we got LaFerrari. Oh, I'm brief. And we got hard tires at the moment for Razor, and Iceman is also on the hard tires as well. So they come in the pits early on, and they have gone onto the hardest compound tires. And let's see what that can do for them later on in the race. Of course, that's a very long old strategy for those guys, isn't it? And now they're coming into the final section as well. Turn of 19 was pretty horrible last year. Yesterday, wasn't it? It hasn't been too good here today either. That's a Red Bull. They're getting very wild, isn't it? It's Just Be off. He's coming in the pits and he was getting very wild there. One of those soft tires are really starting to struggle there, isn't it? On board with Vitor Moni's in the points there. Vitor had a poor qualifying, but my goodness me, he is on it now in the race, isn't he? Car number 9 then in the McLaren. And we've got Serious Mushroom there also all over the back. So LP also trying to come back through the field then. As Jake Wilson is, where's Just Be? Just Be has gone off the track there. And now we got McLaren on the inside and he sides on the inside. A fantastic maneuver there from Vitor. He's up to 9. Brilliant stuff there for the McLaren driver then, as of course we have been as a 0-0 has had a problem somewhere. He's lost 2 seconds. 0-0 has then in the battle for elite there, and now Paulie Orange there is has got 6/10 of a second back and road. So coming down the back straight, and we're keeping an eye on the front guys, but this is where the action is at the moment. This absolutely fantastic stuff, and they're coming down then into the chicane. What's up McLaren? What's up Mercedes doing? We've also got VPB and FIFA battling away them. Just Be is trying to defend for all he's worth. Fend the Mercedes. Oh, he chopped my nose off there. Incredible stuff then. And now, but Just Be is doing fantastic defense, isn't he? Oh goodness me! Now Wilson there is all over the back rail, and you can see Just Be is parking in the middle of the track, but Wilson sides down the inside, brilliant stuff, and he is through it. Oh, lovely shot here from the nose cone of the Red Bull then, and well, this is just basically standard silver stuff, isn't it? The midfield is absolutely incredible, isn't it? And the front three have got really good pace there, but it's anyone's ball game behind him, isn't it? It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Oh my goodness me! He's got his side of him. Is he? No, he hasn't. I thought he plotted this up there, but just beat her, slowing the car down quite quickly as well. Goodness me, brilliant stuff indeed there. But now serious measurements all over the back of Just Be, isn't he? And wow, this is an incredible battle, isn't it? This is absolutely exciting stuff here in Silver. What a start then. We're on lap 5 already. My goodness me, where's like a YBR's having a no, he's in the pits there, YBR's. I wonder if he's going for the undercut wheel. Let's take a look. And LP also in the pits as well. And we're on board then as we'll come to the cool the calm area of the pit lane now as well. There's the Haas mechanics out in the pit lane. We've also got out in the pit lane as well the racing point. And look at that. Oh goodness me, FIFA's off the track and Just Be's off the track as well. Fifi, I think that was the car. He hasn't. He's been alright and keeping very trying to get out there in a very cool way as well there for Fifi. Good stuff. I didn't get into the wall then. YBR's on the soft tires, medium tires for LP then, as those guys are quite close together, isn't it? I wish they weren't really, because abbreviating names is I really struggle with. And you can see coming down the hill now, Smithy D's up in the 6th position. Fantastic stuff, brilliant stuff indeed then. Look at how much time that Look at how much time that FIFA Beef has lost there. He's 12 seconds away from this battle now, isn't he? Flea is now all over the back of Just Be, isn't he? Look at him then. He's got DRS and a 3-second penalty for Double. Double's really struggling there, isn't he? He's dropping back now. Oh, goodness me. Flea! Oh, my goodness. And again, and almost. Oh, gosh. Now he's gone on the inside. Oh, and then Just Be has gone off the track there. That's a 3-second penalty there for Just Be there. As he was marking up the beautiful aqua blue, wasn't there? The Abu Dhabi race circuit here tonight. And oh goodness me, now we've got the Renault and McLaren also now starting to tango, now lock horns as well, isn't they? And now they're coming into the technical twisty part as well. It's more for the leader here. It's after you, sir, isn't it? And now then we now got YBR. Now look at LP, he's flying on the outside. He's flying on the outside. That's incredible, but YBR's not giving an inch there. And why would he? Brilliant 17 there. Double Zero's in the pits, and so he is in the pits, and the first man to blink then, of course, he was on the soft compound tires. He is changing to the medium compound tires, and he's back out now. Incredible stuff then. And look at this McLaren there and the Renault then very close together once again then. Of course, when you're very close to the back of some not dirt, yeah, that can really hurt you, can it? But Vital's doing a cracking job, and we got a yellow flag is in section 3 then, but I think it's all good at the moment. The battle at the front then is the moment is Paulie Orange and Glock, and Glock has not got away, which I gotta say, after qualifying I thought the Glock was going to run and hide. He really hasn't, has he? Paulie Orange has really stepped up in this race. He's done a fantastic job. He broke through the glass ceiling last week in Austria, didn't he? And now he wants more wins, doesn't he? He loves to taste the champagne and he wants some more. He wants to be on the top step. V-Todd wants to get some decent points, and this is a very good race for him to do at the moment. He is going on the outside of the Smithy D. He is through. He passed Smithy D. Smithy D will have DRS out because that DRS detection zone is after that chicane. And now he's going to try to come back out as well. Flea's got past Double. Flea's got past Just Be. At the inside, Smithy D is, but V-Todd swoops through and takes 5th position. Vital is at an absolutely inspiring drive here tonight, hasn't he? He's been absolutely flying through the field. Incredible stuff indeed. And Just Be is through then, and nobody yet because the Flea is by through as well. Where is he? He's on the outside. He passes the Red Bull. He is having a nice good stuff from Flea. And he's got Razor. Oh goodness me, look at this. That's how the Haas are going up to 30th position there with Razor in 14th. Razor's on the hard tires, medium tires for LP, and soft tires for YBR. So as you can see, they're to be honest, they're in the right order in terms of speed, aren't they? But at the moment, as YBR is struggling to get up to pace there on those soft tires, which is very unusual, isn't it? Especially in these colder conditions. Of course, we're in the evening here in Abu Dhabi here tonight, aren't we? But they're doing an absolutely fantastic job. We're on board with LP at the moment in the Haas. And you see it's just coming out with a turn 19 now then, and we're going to leave him to it for the moment, because look at this, it's the ball from Paulie Orange is going to go up the inside. He takes the lead here in Abu Dhabi. A fantastic maneuver. He is at the outside there. Where is Glock? Look at those fighting left to right. There is Paulie Orange there. He is on the outside there, but who's going to have DRS and who has DRS? It's Glock that has DRS, and look at this, they're side by side then as they're coming down the second of the two straights then, and Glock is back in the lead then. Incredible race here for Double Zero. Is back up in the 10th position. He's back at the points on the medium tires. He is going for the undercut here tonight. Brilliant stuff indeed there from Glock then. With Paulie Orange is currently second at the moment, and Alhan is 11 seconds back in a 3rd position, or is he? Because Wilson is now up into 6th position. Smithy D is starting to drop down the order slightly, isn't he? The Mercedes is now up into 6th position, and Smithy D is 7th position as well. And we've got 5 tenths for the second gap then between YBR and LP at the moment. So Razor's now started to drop back slightly, hasn't he, in the in the what car is he in? He's in the Haas. No, he isn't. He's in the Ferrari, isn't he? Glock there is still leading with 20 laps to go. Then these are going to be very tough. It's going to be very tough laps there, isn't it, for Glock? As we're hoping going to have a calm lap now, or are we? Because Serious Mushroom is on the back of Smithy D. Smithy D there is strong for pace at the moment. We've also got Double Zero, who's right on the back of Flea at the moment as well. So yeah, we see Droffer's in the pits and on the soft tires. So he comes in the pits. Also in the pits is Serious Mushroom as well. And so this is where the pit stop action is taking place. And now Double Zero is going to go on the inside and he takes it. He is through. He is up into 8th position. Droffer is he's just taken off my complete face there. Double Zero as he is up into 7th position there. Flea down in 8th position as well, and just be in 9th position. On board Flea then. He is on the soft tires. I'm wondering if he's a lap too long in this Ferrari, perhaps said. Poorly Orange is 5 tenths of a second back at the moment then. I think he's dropping back slightly there, is he, at the moment? So as we're on board then we've got Poorly Orange then as he is 4 tenths of a second back at the moment, but I don't think he is going to run out of road here, isn't he? And it's status quo at the moment then. We have got Racer Sim now is just saying it'd be great to see Glock in a gold next season. It really would, wasn't it? Because I'm looking forward to that incredibly well, isn't it? Because Glock is fantastic. He really is. Then we have also got a lot young lights. So let's go Red Bull. I'm trying to put this bed together. We've also got Lights saying evening, Sean. Good evening, Lights. I hope you're enjoying your bed assembly. What's that? We got FIFA. FIFA Beefy he's out of the race then. FIFA Beefy is out of the race then. And he's gone off at the perilous turn 3. And is our safety car? Well, it's not at the moment, is it? But FIFA Beefy has crashed the car quite ever heavily in turn 3. FIFA's left essentially. He's out of the race there. He's just put on the hard tires. What a shame there. And I think we would have seen the safety car by now. But we're on board then. We're going to see an Alfa Romeo. And yeah, he's done the same thing as Mr. Elite. He's gone on the side of the road there and out of the race. And there's whoa, look at Double Zero there. He is really making hay, isn't he? He needs to get by this traffic as quickly as possible there. He is going for the undercut there. Flea has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And we've also got Sam, who of course drives in the McLaren in gold there, saying has Glock left? No, he hasn't, but he's under a lot of pressure at the moment, isn't he? Glock at the moment, it's only 3 tenths of a second now. It's less than 3 tenths of a second now. Is Poorly Orange is in the facility once again of Glock's gearbox. And as I said, that Glock in qualifying is incredible, but the race at the moment there is very much nip and tuck there, isn't it, between Glock, of course, the silver champion, and Poorly Orange, who is a rising star, is he winning his first race there in ALR. He's a rising star in ALR. He's probably I gotta say, this man looks like he's a mega star, but I think Glock is what's after mega? I think he's a supreme star, that would do. But yeah, Poorly Orange is definitely a rising star, isn't he, in ALR, because he of course won his first race last time out, and he is very much he's very much going to be a formidable force going forward. Just be strong on those 8 lap soft tires there, isn't he? And now Droffer, who started on the second row of the grid there, is now up into 6th position there. Remember, he's coming to pits slightly earlier on there, and he is now in 6th position and getting past Just Be that. YBR is now just back at that. Look at this. I think this woman needs to be taken more care of. It's between what is LP and Serious Mushroom. Serious Mushroom started last. He is now up into 11th position. We're on board there. Oh goodness me, the back end is trying to step out there, isn't it? But Serious Mushroom it's like riding a Red Bull, an angry bull there, isn't it? On the Williams, Glock is off! Glock is off! And we've also got Poorly Orange. Oh my goodness me! We've had an incident! Oh no! And the two friendmen have come to blows! And Poorly Orange has got his car pointing in the right direction. He got a safety car. Glock is out of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Goodness me! And wow, what is going on here? We only caught the end of that. That is a shocking development here tonight, an absolutely shocking development. And I'm not sure we caught the end of it. Did they come to blows? And were they side by side there? Coming out of turn 3, pit lane. Jake is in the pits. V-Todd is staying out. Of course, he's just gone the soft tires. Glock is Poorly Orange have come to blows. What a shame for Glock. What is going on? Oh my goodness me, that has really spiced up the race there. It was an incredible race nonetheless. I can't comment. We didn't see it. We only saw the end. We only saw Glock's front right rear hanging off the Red Bull, didn't we? And Poorly Orange reversed now. Then they must have come to did they come to blows, or did Glock make a mistake then? Well, we're going to find out in not too long there. But that is our first retirement here in Abu Dhabi. We've got 18 laps to go here tonight. Oh goodness me. And Luckily the safety car's out then, so I can just take stock then. So it's the safety car then. Who is it going to help then? Well, at the moment, Alhan and Paulie Orange is not coming to the pits yet. Jake has come to the pits. VTOL came to the pits a lot before. So does Smithy D and Flea. Droffer is coming to the pits, thrown on the hard tyres to go to the end. Just B has come on the pits. He's gone on the soft tyres. YBR on the hard tyres and LP also on the hard tyres as well. As they are trying to... we had a driver for... It was we just be out of drive for penalty. Paulie Orange has left for session, and Paulie Orange has left for session. What's going on with Paulie Orange then? Oh no, and that's I'm not sure what's going on. But Paulie Orange said the race leader is out. Is not the race right. He needs to get back in his car as quickly as possible. It's all going off here in Abu Dhabi. Goodness me, Alhan is in the piss end. Let's see what they do. Paulie Orange is back in the session, then, but that has really put him on the back foot, hasn't it? Paulie Orange said where he needed to strike us now. His car has stayed out on the circuit, and look at this is a appalling look for Paulie Orange there. Oh goodness me, 00 is now in the second position. He is in prime position to really strike, isn't he? And Alhan is going to be in third position. Fantastic stuff from the Haas driver there. Alhan there moving himself right up in the third position there in the black and gold Haas then, and doing a very good job as well. Can he stay there now on lap 11 then? Of course, the safety car's going to be out for another couple of laps yet then. Let's take stock, shall we then? We're on lap 11 then. Paulie Orange there is still not in the car at the moment. He's still not in the car at the moment. And Paulie Orange is up for first again. Oh no, Paulie Orange has thought this is not good at all for the Mercedes driver, is it? Oh goodness me then. And what a shame there for Paulie Orange there. Luckily at the moment now it's not going to affect him too much, is it? Because he's down beyond the safety car. The damage has been done. He should have been in the pits on the last lap when Alhan is in, because look how much time Alhan has gained there. In third position there. He would have been in third position there if he was under normal racing conditions, were we? Paulie Orange needs to get back in his car now. He needs to get back in his car now, and he needs to come. He needs to come in the pits there, doesn't he? As quickly as possible. And my goodness me, the views have absolutely skyrocketed since Glock and Paulie Orange have come to blows. Whether that was an instant or whether it was just unlucky in terms of where they were positioned on the track, who knows? Then we'll find out in due course. But the moment Paulie Orange needs to get back in his car. He needs to get back in his car before the last four corners, if he wants to go in the pits as well, because I'm hoping that the AI might actually box him and put him on a sensible stride then, but I'm not sure at the moment then. Paulie Orange there at the moment then he's back in the car then. That's what we need to see. That's great stuff. Oh, did he go into the safety car then? I'll take a look there. I don't think there's any debris has come off the Mercedes, has it? No, it hasn't. So Paulie Orange there, is he coming in the pits then? We're on board with him now then. This is a tough decision to make there, isn't it? And we're on board then. Paulie Orange is in the pits then. Oh, this is how much time is the man who was second, battling with Glock. He's in the pits now. Mercedes mechanics are coming out then. What tyres going on? I think those are white tyres, were they? They were. And into the pits is 00's in the pits as well. 00's coming in the pits then, and he is changing tyres as well. So 00 is also. This is incredible. This safety car has really shook things up, hasn't it? Paulie Orange is coming out in 7th position. And oh, this is going to be great racing, isn't it? Oh dear. No, we're just Glock is just put in the comments there as well. We'll take a look, and I think that it might just been unluckiness in terms of what's going on. I'll read out the comment in just a few seconds. Then it's Alhan leads the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff. Just taking a look then. Yeah, Glock he lost it. I look back to see bind it, and to add it to it, he didn't even get damaged. What a shame there for Glock then. It was a great battle between Glock and Paulie Orange, wasn't it? Really, because I think we've been robbed of that absolutely incredible battle, haven't we? And I'd like to see more of that. Really, I was loving that the battle between those two. And of course, don't forget 00 is also in the facility as well. As Glock wasn't involved in any incident there, as my apologies that I put two and two together, and I'm a very cynical man, and I came up with 55. So yeah, so it was just bad luck there. Two separate incidents there for both the men who was for Glock, who was leading, for Paulie Orange, who was second. Now Paulie Orange hasn't got damage, but he's down in 8th position. 00 is down in 10th position as well. We've got Alhan leading the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Safety car is in the end of that then. Oh, I'm getting very giddy with excitement here. This has been an incredible race. We haven't even at half distance yet here in Abu Dhabi, and I've got to say that last week the Austria is my favourite race. Then I'm gonna have to change it again, everyone, and I'm very hypocritical tonight. I've also got Zaki saying second race in a row Glock has been involved in an incident, but yeah, he wasn't involved in an incident. He's just clarified that. So yes, Glock wasn't involved in an incident. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, it was just bad timing, wasn't it? And that is the beauty of live racing, isn't it? Of course, it doesn't get won on paper, does it? And now then, this race is all up in the air, and I'd love to know who you think is going to win this race, and this is going to be incredible, isn't it? So then we're on lap 12, and we're just completing lap 12. We're going into lap 13. Paulie Orange, don't forget that Paulie Orange is having all kinds of problems there with the interweb. I think he might have to turn it off and turn it back on, but he's got half a race there. He's really much on the back foot now, isn't he? We're going to be back racing in just a few moments. He is dropping down the order. We'll now go as well. Alhan is third in the challenge. YBR's got a serious collision. Oh dear. And now we're back racing. Alhan leads second, but this is Jake. Third position is Smithy D. Flea in fourth. They got drop for fifth. Just be in sixth position. YBR seventh. LP eighth position. Paulie Orange is dropping down the order now, and with double zeros got by him. And up in the 10th position then. VTON is now also back up in the top 10 as well. Serious version 12. Iceman and Ray's on it. Alhan leading them, but goodness me, and it's all behind us. Oh, Smithy D. I thought he was going off then. And they've all got Flea behind as well. This is incredible, isn't it? Look at this. It's such a mixed bag now, isn't it, from when we started this race then. And oh, Flea there giving Smithy a net, and he's going on the inside then. He's getting very excited there at the back. Iceman is now in front of Paulie Orange. Paulie Orange has dropped down to the back then. What a shame for Paulie Orange. He's being robbed of a good result here today, isn't he? And he is dropping down like a stone, isn't he? Flea is now battling away with the Renault. Then we've also got the Mercedes of Jake Wilson then also in second position as well. Remember, these guys on the hard tires went off the pit again, and Joffa, who's also on the hard tire as well. Can he get a result then? And we've also got LP and the double zero is off the track there, isn't he? And then we've got V-Tolly swooping on the outside as well then, and they're coming down the back straight then, and let's see what I can do then. Oh goodness me then, where is that double zero? If we go across double zero then, and now then there's that V-Todd is up the outside. Oh, there's a collision, there's a contact, and there's not a collision as such, there's a flying. Oh my goodness, look at that, 1, 2, there's too many cars to count then, and there's as much means in 9th position, and LP is in 10th position. Double zero lost out there, he's down to 11th in the world then in the racing point as well. That Renault's looking very interesting there, is on the back of that racing point, and Service Master is off the track then. Oh goodness me, he's come back on, and double zero, that's a bit of Renault I think in the background. They've made contact. Oh, they've made more contact. That's a good 2 whacks there, and they're still going side by side in turn of 20. Oh goodness me, and that's where's that Renault gone? He's coming in the pits, that Iceman is, and so he's just be in the pits as well. Alhan leads by 1.4 seconds now, with Jake and Smithy D battling for second position. Flea in third, drop for fourth. YBR is in 5th position. V-Todd is now in 7th position as well, and I've gone completely wrong with that rundown of the order there, which is nothing unusual there, is it? Now, oh goodness me, that LP then leaving the door wide open there, and double zero just sneaks through, and he's up in 8th position there. Paulie Orange there, I don't think it's still come back in at the moment. He is down in 12th position. What a shame there for Paulie Orange there, really is. And it's a good day for some of the drivers, a good day for a lot of drivers to get some points here tonight. We're halfway through this race at the moment then, and we have still got a lot of action to go then. We've got another 14 laps to go then, haven't we, really? Serious Mercenaries now all over the back. He's on the medium compound tires. LP is on the hard tires then. And he should be going to the end there, shouldn't he, from that end? So he come, it's like followed the chicane now as well. Then look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars there, isn't there? And look at them all, they're starting to spread out slightly. It's up to 2 seconds on the gap in the gap in front there. It's Wilson and Smithy D are battling. Love the shot for the nose cone here on the Williamson. He's on the outside. LP, wow, look at this diffuser. That's a beautiful diffuser from the Haas then. And Serious Mercenary is still behind at the moment then, as it's now 1.5 seconds to gap at the moment. Alhan is trying to stretch the lead, trying to make hay as much possible. Can Alhan get his first race win here in ALR Silver? Remember, he's third in the championship. This would be incredible, wouldn't it? Droff, can he get his first win as well? Everyone in the top 7 have not won a race yet. This is incredible. And the only man in this race who's won a race is actually double zero. Paulie Orange has won a race, but he's not in his car at the moment, is he? So there is very much up for grabs then, isn't it? And well, this is incredible stuff, isn't it? Really throwing a double six in this race, isn't it? Look at them all. It's incredible, isn't it? As the artificial lights are taking over. Droff has moved in front of Flea and up into fourth. Oh, he's got a 3-second penalty out for that. Droff has, but he's taking it one at a time there. He's coming through the field now, and now he is up into 4th position as well. Now they're coming down the back straight then. Smithy D is just half a second back as well then, as we've got Hamza saying, come on Droffa, Alhan and LP, and double zero as well. Smithy's on the inside, he passes Wilson, and Smithy D is up in 2 seconds, but he's on the medium tyres, and he now he needs to try and stretch as much as possible. There's Alhan, he's leading this race at the moment. It's incredible stuff, isn't it? Look at this, he's all over the back of Smithy D. Smithy D is going to go on the inside, so Jake is going to go on the outside, and so I think Wilson needs to keep him back as much as possible, isn't it? Albeit he still has the advantage, he's still on the hard tire, so is Droffa as well. We don't expect these guys to come in the pits again unless they change their minds on Saturday. They don't have to come in again. I don't think anyone needs to come in the pits again in terms of a mandatory pit stop. Of course, you have to have use 2 types of the compound tire, 2 types of the of a different compound tire, whether that's a soft medium or soft hard or medium hard. There, it doesn't matter as long as you use 2 types. Then and look at this, it's now 3 seconds. Alhan is getting away, then this is what Alhan needs, isn't it? But Smithy D and Jake Wilson are battling for their worth. They're all going for their first podium there, aren't they? But Droffa wants to do something about that. He wants to be the forward in the side. Then double zero set the fast up the race. He is starting to fly now. He is turning at the wick. He's down in 8th position at the moment. Then double zero is, of course, he came in the pits and he was about to lead the race, but he had to come in the pits there. And look at Droffa. He's all over the back then, all over the back of the Mercedes of Jake Wilson. He's having a look, but Wilson there is keeping it very much keeping it very much on the racing line at the moment then. Flea's on the soft tyres. I'm thinking those soft tyres might start to come to the end of their life soon, but Flea is doing a good job to keep up. But I think Flea will be in the pits. Anyone else who's on the soft tyres, just be as well, might also be in the pits. Smithy D is now starting to pull away, isn't he? And he is actually starting to close in on Alhan. He's on the softer tyre, and look at this, and it's a Droffa moving up the inside, passes Jake Wilson, and he is back on the rostrum. Droffa, of course, he started third. He is back in the third position. Fantastic stuff indeed. And Serious Mushroom, and Serious Mushroom is through. He's past LP. We've got a forward back of Fraser, who is very interested indeed in that position as well. And I don't think that one is done and dusted yet. Is it? Goodness me! And now then, LP then is gone on the outside then, as you're on board, and where's Serious Mushroom? He is back down in 10th position then. So it is as you were then. We'll rejoin him, I have no doubt, in the next time around then, won't we? As we're now watching YBR, who is currently in that 6th position. He's also on the hard tires then. It's LP and Serious Mushroom. Oh my goodness me! That's gonna get very pinchy there, isn't it? But that's why he is sneaking through that. He was trying to, I think, I was trying to mud Serious Mushroom there, wasn't he? I'd really catch him by surprise then. But Serious Mushroom there is still in 10th position, or just about. Wow, that is very close. Oh, they've made contact, and also he's in the pits, and luckily just bumming in the pits. And Serious Mushroom there, very much on the back foot now, isn't he? Droffa is now starting to really give Wilson, Smithy D some really cause for concern. He has dropped off the back of Alhan by quite an alarming rate of knots, hasn't he? And now we've got another truly train, haven't we? This time Smithy D is in front at the moment. Good stuff indeed then. You got Kelly saying, come on Jake, come on Smithy. They're doing a fantastic job in 2nd and 4th position. They're doing an absolutely splendid job then as they're coming down the back. So once again, Smithy D is now starting to go defensive, isn't he? Because look at this, there's drop flares all over the back of Smithy D. Smithy D defending the inside line. And we've also got a racing point of double zero, who's having a good old sniff as well. And now they're out of the second chicane, and he'll have DRS once again. And Smithy D is going to have to defend for his worth again. Razor's moved up to not position. He's past LP then, as LP's teammates in the race. Smithy Droffa's on the inside, on the outside. He passes Smithy D. He moves up into the second position then. And now then, this is going to be interesting. Who has got the place between Alhan and Droffa? They're so close in the championship, aren't they? And goodness me, it's double zero. They get almost keeping it on, getting off track. They're banned. Fantastic stuff. LP is back in front of the Ferrari. Good stuff indeed then. His Razor's dropped back down into 10th position then. And these guys are now 6 seconds adrift then, aren't they? As they're starting to drop off the back of this absolutely incredible train. It's like it's a freight train out there, isn't it? These guys are incredible stuff, aren't they? Now Droffa is 6 tenths in front. Can he now pull away from Smithy D? Has he got the pace then to get after Alhan? Is flown up and down the gap in the front at the moment. So 10 laps to go in this incredible Abu Dhabi race. Justin has more penalties than a football shootout. out. I think, of course, the Liverpool just be in 11th position at the moment. Oh, goodness me, then. And now as Alpi is going in front of Fraser Nelson, because Flea's in the pits and he is changing tyres. He's on the medium tyres now until the very end. And also just be in the pits as well. Alhan is 2.6 seconds at the moment. Smithy is actually started to drop the Mercedes to Jake Wilson in the background now. So that's what Smithy D needs to do. He needs to now start to make hay whilst the sun is shining. Well, it's not shining anymore. It's now dipping down under the sky there, isn't it? We're going to see a full moon in a minute. And YBR has got past. I didn't even see YBR, did I? Oh my goodness me, it's getting very close there. YBR is in 4th position there. V Todd is in 5th. Wilson's dropped down 6th position. Now he's going to have 00 on his case as well. And in 7th position. So we've got 10 more laps. Can 00 there? Is those medium tires going to last to the end then? That's another question then. And he's going on the inside. He passes the Mercedes. Wilson having a very difficult lap there, isn't he? He's dropped down a couple positions. But remember, he is still on the hard tyre, isn't he? Wilson is. And that will come back. That will swing back to his advantage there on the race side when those hard tyres will become the quicker of those used medium compound tyres then. I think anyway. Alhan, the gap is still 3 seconds more then, so Alhan is steadying the gap. He is managing the gap for the moment then. As Alhan, this is new territory in ALR for Alhan, isn't it? Of course, he's not been in a position to win a race before up until now, but my goodness me, he's in a very good position now, isn't he, to win it? And Sirius Marshall is in 11th position then, with Iceman in a 12th position as well. As unfortunately, Paulie Orange then is really out of it now, isn't he, down in 14th then. Alhan leads and Droffer is in 2nd position at the moment then. And then all Anarchy back, isn't it? Smithy D in 3rd position. V Todd is in 4th position. 00 is in 6th position. Wilson 7th then. And then we've got Alpi and Razor in 8th and 9th position. What a fantastic race it's been. It's been absolutely fantastic, hasn't it? Of course, as I said at the beginning, then it's not the most popular amongst the drivers, but my goodness me, it's been brilliant, hasn't it? And a Serious Mercenary has now got the fast lap. He needs to get into the top 10 to claim that fastest lap. That point as well as what comes with it. And now V Todd is having the 4th position. This is one of his best drives of the season, isn't he? He's usually brilliant in qualifying the races where it usually comes undone, but it's opposite here tonight, isn't he? He's had a fantastic job. I hope on Jinx V Todd. Now we've got YBR now also all over the back. He's got to sneak on the inside. That is incredible. That was just a whisker of an F1 car gap, and he took it. Now he's going on the inside there. He cuts him up. Alan's got a 3-second penalty. Joffrey, we know, it's got a 3-second penalty as well, at least. Alp and Razor are very close together again. Alp is back in 8th position, and this is good time. This is good for both Alp and Razor to get some points on the board there, isn't there? Banner, they got a 16-second deficit over Flea, who is on the medium tyres. And fresh medium tyres as well to the end of the race. I have no doubt about that. Smithy D, I think, will be come back in the pits. I know some medium tyres are not going to pass an MOT test by the end of this one. I have a feeling 00 then is just monitoring the situation at the moment. Smithy D has had a fantastic race in that Renault. He really has, hasn't he? Absolutely brilliant stuff. He's only had one start so far, and that was an incredible 4th position in Austria last week. Now he's in 3rd position there. He is really much ruffling the feathers of the big guns here, as he's doing a brilliant job. Smithy is at the moment, and why not? And hats off to him. That was brilliant. 17. Dropper is now gaining the 2nd over Al Hannity. Is now trying to put the squeeze, isn't he? I remember we had an interview with Dropper, I think it was last week, wasn't it? Saying that if he does get a race win, because some of the big guns had some issues. Well, they have tonight, haven't they? And now is it going to be Al Hannah, or is it going to be Dropper striking both of them 2nd and 3rd in the championship as it stands at the moment? They're both going to gold. And there is a V-top, then is gaining. And as you can see, then YBR is defending the inside. Look at Smithy D also in the foreground. So V-top is breaking much later. YBR's gone right then. That is going to hurt his momentum. Then coming out the corner there. Look, there's another force in the background as well. No, it is a racing point, isn't it? Well, they're both pink. And now then, as you can see, then there's a 00 there. Oh, V-Todd chops off the wing there. And V-Todd is going, look, he's sneaking on the inside. Oh, there's a bit of contact then, but I don't think there's any damage on board the McLaren. And I hope they get an off-camera shot as well, as this is incredible stuff. It really is. As Kelly's saying, and as a spectator, Silver League is the best one to watch, I think. Well, I gotta say, I'm loving this tonight. It's been brilliant, hasn't it? Once again, then Silver just seems to serve up an absolutely beautiful meal, doesn't it? It's like having a Christmas meal every Monday, isn't it? I love a good Christmas meal as well. Then that 20 out of 28 then, and then YBR is really starting to put the squeeze on Smithy D at the moment. Smithy D has done an incredible job, and he's had an incredible start to his career in Silver, and things Can he get better as well? Can he get on the rostrum there? And you can see there's a light breeze then of the Abu Dhabi flag there on the top of the tower. And it's still 2 seconds. It's under 2 seconds now between Drofa and Alhan. It is going to be very much who is going to be able to who's going to take this win. Then it's going to be incredible stuff, isn't it? And Smithy D there still currently in fourth position. And we're on board with YBR, who's really putting the squeeze on Smithy D. He's done 12 laps on these medium tyres, hasn't he? I think those medium tyres are now going to start to struggle, and they come down the back straight once again. Then 4/10 to a second. There's Vital is also now. Look at them all. They're Lionel Sir. Just B has got another penalty to his name then. And look at YBR. He's timing up the inside. That's a late one. He's up the inside. He passes Smithy D and he takes third position. But Smithy D is going to go back up and under there on YBR. Then that was incredible lunge there for YBR. Fantastic control. It was brilliant. Absolutely outstanding stuff there as they're coming down the back straight once again. There's the 2 leaders. There's 2.3 seconds. This is what we're interested in. Ryan Sutton, Smithy D is back up the inside. He's been nerfed off. YBR is up in the third position. 00's got past Vital. Vital's gone. Vital is gone. What a shame for Vital. He was on an incredible race as well. What a shame there. There's Wilson there is out in 6th position. Vital was on an outstanding race. And once again then, it was such a shame then. What a shame indeed. What a shame indeed. It's been absolutely... Oh, that is such a shame, isn't it? From Vital then, as well as into the pits goes Smithy D then, as his tyres are now at the end of their life. Whereas Vital then possibly might be able to salvage some as well. 00 is in full position. He's got his teammate just in front of him then, and can he close the gap down as well as we're coming into the twilight of this incredible race set? Wilson's back on the 5th position. Smithy D's on the soft tyres then. LPE is now on the 12 lap old hard tyres. Pit lane drama into the pits comes Vital then. Razor is also in the pits as well then. Razor coming in the pits, and he's also changed to the soft tyres, and Vital is changing the nose cone, going on the soft tyres. He's had some amazing pace here tonight, Vital has, but once again I'll put the kibosh on it. So once again Vital's least favourite person there in the whole of ALR. We've got Iceman who's now up into 9th position as well. As you can see, we've got a bit of a now starting to stretch in terms of the gaps, and they're starting to spread out slightly, aren't they, at the moment? And this is a very good time to take a breath, everyone, take a pause, as it has been a fraught couple of laps, and since our safety cars come out, I don't think I want a break. It's been incredible stuff, hasn't it? Fantastic. It really has said, as the penalty puns just seem to keep coming on, don't they? As and just be there in 12th position mode, and Vital dropping all the way down to 13th, but he does have soft tyres, and so he is going to be quite quick then at this stage of proceedings at the moment with 6 laps to go. Then 00 then is making those soft medium tyres last quite well. He's in 4th position at the moment. Vital has passed just be moved up into 12th position. Can Vital then salvage some points then in the final stages of what has been an absolutely epic race then as well? Iceman then has dropped back, and his Razor's moved back up into the points well in the Friars once again then having some good results, and haven't they? Of course, they've been quite low in the constructors, haven't they? But this is 2 races in a row where they've been absolutely fantastic, haven't they? Just B is not giving up though, is he? I thought he's going to have a lunge there on that McLaren there, but unfortunately Just B there just didn't get through there. As I said, Kelly said that no Englishman has scored as many penalties as Just B has in this race. So brutal stuff there, goodness me. So let's take stock then. 23 out of 28 then, as Alhan has got a 2-second advantage at the moment over Drofa, saying these two men are second and third of the championships at the moment, and they have been here to strike whilst they are in top. Fantastic stuff, haven't they? Drofa in second, YBR in third position there, brilliant stuff. 00 is in fourth position there, very much on the back foot with the safety car coming out. I think he was at no man's land. Now is he going to be able to get those tires to the end? Then he's going to have a long 5 laps, and Jake Wilson could potentially come to cause misery on the 00 there. He's currently in fourth position. Good stuff from the Mercedes driver there, who's only had 3 points so far in his career. This is going to be a jackpot here. LPE is in 6th position as well. Brilliant drive so far from LPE, and he is on the hard tyres, but he is going to have Smithy D, who is charging like a man possessed there, isn't he, with just a couple of laps remaining here. Flea is in 8th position as well with Serious Mushroom also charging, but I think the soft tyres might be past our best now. 10th position is Razor, in 10th position is Razor. Osman in 11th position. Vital is in 12th position, and 13th is Just B. So that's the field as a whole. Then they're all starting to spread out now, and let's quickly go through the comments then, shall we? As it's been brilliant stuff. But as Hamzat said, silver is always the best race. Gap closing between the front two. As granted, of course, the man from gold there is definitely flying the gold flag tonight, isn't he? As we've also got Kelly just saying about the penalties there. YBR Hamzat's giving YBR a good old round of applause, then, isn't he? But at the moment, YBR is going to be very much on his toes, isn't he? As his teammate is closing him down in the battle for the final podium position. Glock there, good to see Glock still with us, and he cut the corner completely to get past. But Hamza said, great battles there indeed. Emerson, let's go, Jake, get them points for the Merc as well. It's great to see some of the gold guys in there. It's great to see Glock in there as well. It's brilliant stuff. This race has been fantastic, hasn't it? Now what? Now 00. Vitor set the fast out of the race, and he is now up into 11th position there. Iceman just dropped right down to 13th position as well. Probably when I was reading the comments out. Drop first, 2 seconds and 2.5 seconds behind Alhan at the moment then. And Iceman is retired from the race, and we're down to 12 cars left then in this race. And 00 is now really starting to put his toe down. See, these medium tires are well past their best, but he's making it work. There's now YBR. It's going to have to start think about getting defensive. It's the 2 racing points are now coming to blows there. And look at Wilson there. He is in 5th position as well. He's only 3 seconds back then, isn't he? Yeah, Jake Wilson on an absolutely outstanding drive here tonight. We're on board then with a 00 at the moment then, who I think he started 4th, and he's currently 4th at the moment. An absolutely incredible and adventurous race here in silver tonight. No, God say it, and you can't call it, can you? We're still 5 laps to go in this race. 4 laps now into this race, and you really can't. And look at that Wilson there. Mercedes keeps flashing in the background, doesn't it? So Wilson doing a fantastic job there. He really is, isn't he? And really starting to keep up the pressure as well. Smithy D now under 3 seconds, and this is good stuff indeed. That Ghost Recon, I've just read, forgot to put his alarm on, so that's why he was missing tonight. So the second Williams driver, Williams not having a good run today, are they? Serious Mercenary, quality barn, he's only 9th position at the moment there, isn't he? And I think he damaged the car, didn't he? And that's why he's so far back as well. And unfortunately, Ghost didn't put his alarm clock on, which is why he missed the race, unfortunately there. So that's a shame now for Ghost. But of course, as we said before, this is not the most favourite races amongst the drivers, but my goodness, it's been an action-packed race, hasn't it? And now then, I'm looking forward to bronze tomorrow. Of course, round 4 bronze, isn't it? But I need to focus on this battle here, and here he is. He's up the inside. 00 is up in the 3rd position, and takes YBR, takes his teammate, and he is back on the podium. Then this YBR got to come back out, and can YBR then, who's already had a podium this season? Can he get a second one? Remember, that was all the way back in Australia. All those rounds to go then. Can he? Oh, he's going for the switchback, and he's up the inside. That's an incredible switchback. We're on board with that. Where's 00? He's gone off the track. He's gone off the track there. And 00 has also got damage to his front wing then. And, oh dear. So 00 then just skating off the track then, and hit 00 and letting him back through then. And Jake Wilson now, look at him once again then. An anonymous figure there, isn't he, in the background. And the gap is down to 2.1 seconds. The gap at the front is 2.4. Alhan is very much fluctuating up and down. He's doing a cracking job, isn't he? We've also got Smithy D, who's now on the back of LP as well. LP going for his best result in silver, and he's doing a cracking job out there. Remember in Monza, he was cruelly robbed of an absolutely fantastic race. Well, here tonight, can he get himself to the end? And he's only got a couple of laps to go. But I think Monza will still be fresh in his memory, won't he? 12 cars are left then. We have lost Kingdom, unfortunately, dodgy old connection there. We have also lost FIFA BP, and who had a big old smash, didn't he? And we have also lost Glock as well, as he was looking at Paulie Orange, and Paulie Orange retired after also a not very good connection. And Iceman has unfortunately left us in the twilight of this race as well. Smithy D, I'm going to look then at LP then, very much on the braking marks, fantastically well then, good stuff indeed there. And look at this, as LP has gone wide then, and Smithy D is trying to go up and under. He has got up and under the Haas, and we're going to have a drag race going down then into the first cane, and he'll have DRS now. He has DRS now. He is alongside, he is through, he is in front of LP. He passes and moves up into 6th position. LP there is just doing a good old draft first. He's going to try and go on the outside. He tries, but Smithy D is in front. run there, passes LP and is on his way. But look at double zero there once again on the outside of his teammate as well. Nothing gained at the moment. Lovely shot here from the Haas. Look at this, he's gaining. He's going to go on the outside. He is on the outside, he's back through, but Smithy D is on the inside. They're going to cut the blows. They have cut the blows. Oh goodness me, it's getting very different time. Smithy D is on his way, and really very much elbows out there, isn't it? Good stuff indeed there. He is through and up into 6th position then. LP is down in 7th position then as it stands then, and so can Smithy D, I think that might be as high as he goes now, as he is 8 seconds away from Wilson, who is in a spectacular 5th position there. And the other close battles at the moment then is Serious Mushroom is now being bared down on by Razor and V-Top, and that might be the final battle, as well as this final battle for the final place on the old rostrum on the podium here. Who is going to have Brighton Rights in the Racing Point team? Well, currently in terms of the championship, YBR has also got the bragging rights as well, as he's higher in the championship than double zeros currently at this stage of the proceedings, is there? But I think YBR, Droffa and Alhan have really shown why Silver's been amazing in the midfield to this season, hasn't it? As they have been, and once again they're rising to the top of the standings there, aren't they? They've been brilliant, haven't they? To say, whilst there's been all chaos behind them, they have kept their heads there, and they've done 70 laps on those hard tires, 15 laps then for the medium. 15 laps there for the medium runner of double zero, and he's doing a great job to keep those medium tires in check then, isn't he? He is quite a way back there from the back of his teammate there, as look, he's gaining, but is the straight, believe it or not, it's not long enough, is it? Oh goodness me, then the closing speed on that was quite frightful, wasn't it? But yeah, at the moment double zero is still behind his teammate, isn't it? On very worn tires there, so it's the hard tires, they're quite worn as well. Razor is now only a second behind that. Serious Motion. Can VTOL get a point? Of what been an incredible race there, which is going to bring nothing to his points tally, which is an absolute travesty, isn't it? Because he deserved a lot more than what he got here today for VTOL. What a shame then for the McLaren driver. Last lap then, Alhan is on the last lap here in silver. It has been incredible stuff. Oh, I thought that Mercedes was going wrong then, but there's Jake Wilson just lapping his teammate Paul Orange, who retired a couple of laps ago. Well, I think about half the race ago now, wasn't it? And so that's unfortunate for Paulie Orange there. Of course, the two men who was on the front row is unfortunately out of this race there, isn't it? And Alhan then, I don't know where Alhan started. I think he started, I'm sure he started in the top 10. Oh goodness me, I can't remember where though. Wow, incredible stuff. Now Razor's got one more lap there. He's in DRS zone. VTOL is also at the back row as well. VTOL's being dragged along there by Razor. I think that this might be the battle for the final lap then. Up to free. Oh no, then Razor is off the track. He smashed it on the last lap, and Razor is out of the race for the Ferrari team. What a shame there. Oh no, it's Razor. It's just as I've put the kibosh on it once again, haven't I? I think the drivers are going to be absolutely dreading me even saying their names there now. But VTOL is back in the points, and he's got a 2-second deficit between himself and Serious Mushroom. That would be a big, that would be too much of a deficit to gain in the final stages as a double zero. They're very much scary closing speeds on his teammate there, isn't it? Wow, impressive stuff indeed there. Alhan then, as we're flicking to Alhan, currently this season Alhan has had 3 podiums. He's had a fastest lap, but this is definitely the highlight of the season. He comes through the final turn and he wins round 17, his first race win. What a race there for Alhan. He is the winner of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff. Droffa in second position. Brilliant driving from the two men who were second and third in the championship. In third position is YBR, and he's done a cracking drive as well to finish it. Oh, he's got a 5-second penalty, so double zero moves into third position. Wilson, it's up in the fourth, fantastic. And there comes Smithy D, who's also had a brilliant drive, and he's up in the fifth, and YBR is dropping down like a stone in the end then. What a shame then. LP is in 7th position. 8th position is Flea, and no, he needs in 7th position. LP dropping down the order with Serious Mushroom in 9th position. No, Serious Mushroom, VTOL 8th for Serious Mushroom 9th, LP 10th. And Just Be coming home in 11th position. Unfortunately, he will not get any points tonight then as well. Then Alhan, what a race was all here today. Brilliant stuff from me. He had one less pouncing and Droffa as well. So he definitely had it very much covered. Brilliant race win there from the Haas driver. Fantastic stuff from Alhan. He has shown glimpses of speed, but here tonight he got the strategy. Wow, well and truly right. Oh. And there are the podium there. There are the podium sitters here in Abu Dhabi in silver, and a very unusual podium here in silver, isn't it? Goodness me, then it's been absolutely incredible stuff, hasn't it? And now then it's a celebrate on the podium, and they deserve that champagne, don't they? Well and truly deserve that champagne, as they are spraying the bubbly on top of the podium as well. Let's take a final look at the final classification then from the race here in Abu Dhabi. And look at that, I'm silver as well. So at the end of that then, Alhan there won the race from 7th on the grid. A fantastic achievement there. Second was Droff in the end. 0-0 in third position. Wilson from 15th to 4th. Brilliant stuff. 5th position was Smithy D. YBR in 6th position. Flea is 7th then. 8th position is V Todd. 9th position is Serious Mushroom. 10th position is Al P. Then Just B is in 11th position, just outside the points in the end. Retirements is Razor, Razor Iceman, Paulie Orange, Glock, FIFA Beefy, and King Zone. Then what a shame there for those guys, as it was a very much a difficult race, wasn't it? Glock saying, if any other driver than me is going to win, Alhan is my favourite driver to take the flag. Great race, it really was, wasn't it? And Darren saying, wow, I really messed up points though. As we ended on a low note in the old comment section, didn't we? Oh, and now then I'm going to talk to the gladiators and right here as they come into the party with me, and there's definitely no party without Alhan and Adrofa. Fantastic stuff tonight, guys. They've been brilliant stuff. Alhan, you're a race winner in ALR Silver. What does it feel like? That was better than what I've been saying. You started 7th on the grid then in qualifying, but did you ever dream about this, about a podium today, let alone a race win?
In terms of qualifying, I was happy at the first lap, and then I was a second too late for getting my second run, so it was hard to say where I would have been, but I wasn't confident for a podium, but top 5 I was confident.
Really was indeed. Then when the safety car came out, was that the time where you thought, yep, this is where I'm going to come in the pits and change tires, and was that where you feel that you gained all the positions in the end then, or was that your plan all along to come in when the safety car came out?
Well, it just so happened I was pitting that lap, but it was definitely not for hards, so I didn't want to touch it at all.
Oh, so the safety car really dictated. So were you going for? I assume you were going for a 2-stop strategy then, were you, before the safety car came out?
Yeah, I was going to go medium, soft, but obviously with the chances of the safety car, you have to always have a plan B, I suppose.
Definitely, and that plan B was absolutely spectacularly done then. So your first win for silver then, as we're going into the final 4 races that are coming up of USA, Japan, before going to France and Azerbaijan. How are you feeling for the end?
Yeah, I mean, apart from Baku, I'm feeling alright. I like Texas, I like Japan, so we'll have to wait and see. Just because I like him, it doesn't mean no one else isn't really good at him, so we'll have to wait and see.
I know, I think you've cemented your place in the top 3 now, the drivers, but bear in mind, I'm really crap at maths, so that might not be the case. But yeah, do you feel this has been a successful season overall for you?
I'd say so, yeah. I mean, obviously it's hard to gauge whereabouts you are first joining, but I've managed to set myself in a usual top 6 spot usually when things go well. So I'm happy.
Absolutely fantastic stuff, and I think a lot of people are happy for you as well in the comments. They were going wild for you towards the end, and brilliant stuff, Alhan. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. His first win then. As let's quickly go to Droffa as well then. Droffa, you were second state, and do you feel that the race win was there, but you just came up a little short in the end?
No, he had less penalties than me. He was driving well, deserved it. Well done.
Yeah, I think he had one more penalty than you towards the end, didn't he? So, do you feel though, if the penalties weren't a factor, do you think you could have inched it towards the end, or do you think that Alhan just had this covered from start to finish? Well, from the safety car.
If penalties weren't a factor, I might have pushed a bit more, but they were, and he was better on the day. It was a good job.
Really good stuff indeed then. Well, thank you both for joining me in the commentary box today. Absolutely brilliant stuff from both of you guys then. A new winner in terms of Alham. Brilliant stuff then. And I look forward to the final 4 race then. Remember, tomorrow night we are at round 4 for bronze then as we come to Abu Dhabi for our third and final time then. See you tomorrow night, 7:30. Be there.